Hey, what's going on, everybody? Black and the Black times Infinity.
Infinity.
It's back up in here. Cronus is back. Yeah, that's right. I'm back again with another sponsor. This week,
back, y'all.
yeah, this week it is GameFly. Are y'all sick of paying $60 for a game?
Yep.
Sometimes I am. It ends up being quite a expensive habit if you play a lot of games like I used to. I still kind of do. There's a great service out there called GameFly that basically what they do is they're better than Netflix. They will send you a game and that's on a list. Basically, you make a list and they send you a game, and then when you're done with the game, you send it back and they send you the next game that's on your list. It's an awesome service. They also do movies as well. That's why I say it's better than Netflix. They have a Netflix type deal and they have the video game deal, which is better. There's a bunch of new games out that are of note. Mass Effect Andromeda, I think is great except for the facial animations. Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I know that Stitch is playing. How you liking that game?
Yeah, I'm loving it.
It's pretty dope.
Really fun.
Nier Automata is pretty dope as well. We're all looking forward to playing that. I see that, what's her name, 2B or something like that?
2B. Waifu.
And then there's also upcoming games that are coming out, like Tekken 7, which I'm looking forward to because I've been a big fighting game fan for a very, very long time. They also have Switch games, which y'all know I'm a huge fan of the Switch. Gaming on the go, and today was Nintendo Directs. Basically, they announced a whole bunch of games today. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to most of the games that are coming out. And also, Outlast Trinity, if y'all played the Outlast games, was pretty dope.
Yes.
That's coming up pretty soon as well. So, if you do us a favor, go to gameflyoffer.com/BThenBTI, and you'll get your first month of subscription service on us. Once again, that is gameflyoffer.com/BThenBTI for your first month of subscription service on us. All right, now on with the show. Man, I had this whole thing set up and I messed it up. This is pissing me off. You see what happens when I take a week or two off? This is the worst intro ever. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
What's going on?
Man, all right, here we go. This is the dope intro I was trying to drop. All right, here we go.
I don't care if you've been fapping to extra thick daughters of a coup all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the drone. Smoke me out, fam, with that dank shit. On my left, your boy Stitch.
I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun. Offer your truce, the stickiest of the ickiest.
I love it. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking on the threes and fours. Back again, Kronos.
I'm just trying to get to that absolute territory, y'all.
Oh, I love it. We're going to talk about that. Last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Hey, this thing might kick you out just like United Airline does.
Oh, god damn it. If you're looking for old ninja, his old ass is en route, supposedly, with his cane and his motor scooter.
His chariot.
Yeah, Vespa style, you know? You're back, Kronos. And I know you're engineering.
Gonna lie.
I am back. Sorry, I was on vacation. Then I got sick, which is not cool. Hold on a second.
So you need a vacation from your vacation. When you
I don't hardly ever get sick, y'all. Everybody knows me knows I don't hardly ever get sick. And something kicked my fucking ass. I was like, man, especially like when I got back. Like when I was there, I was feeling kind of down like the last couple days. Then I got home and I just got fucked up.
Fever and all that bullshit?
Yeah, and I don't like taking medication when I get sick. I just let my immune system take care of it because I ain't no fucking weak bitch. And the last day, I was like, if I'm sick the next day, I gotta take something because I'm about to fucking die here. And sure enough, that night I sweat like a lot. My sheets were like soaking wet, and the next day I woke up and I was feeling better. But Blue came over when I like lost my voice, and I sounded like death. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it looked like he sounded like he had one foot on a banana peel, another foot in the grave.
Damn.
Yeah,
He's all, come on in, Negro.
It was all bad, but I'm back and I'm feeling good. If y'all like the intro, that actually was the voice actor of Gur. His name is Ricky Simmons. He's fucking awesome.
Where'd you meet him?
I met him over at WonderCon. I happened to be walking past, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's Gur!" and I didn't know who the voice actor was, and then I saw his name, and I saw a whole bunch of Gert art, and I was like, well, that's got to be him. And so I asked him to do our intro. So and he did.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty bad.
This old musty mouth motherfucker rolling in here.
We apologize for the chat room saying there's some sort of slight clicking going on.
Again?
I will send my mental wishes because I have no engineering skills in terms of.
Is it African clicking?
Did everybody hear that?
Sub-Saharan?
The chat room is sort of buzzing about it slightly, but I don't know what it is.
Thank you, Mahai Blurred, for the donation. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's still, yes. Oh, they're all hearing it. It's definitely not on our end because it would come through our headphones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll restart the stream real quick, but we had this problem before, and I'm fairly certain it's on YouTube's end.
Uh-oh. Well, we appreciate y'all hanging in there with us throughout while we work on that.
Sure.
Big RIPs this week. Should we jump right in?
Today. Well, I guess were there any other ones that happened? Well, Don Rickles was passed away. What day was that? Was significant RIP.
That wasn't me. That was Prodigy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the Grim Reaper heard us.
Damn.
It was like, "Fuck you."
Well, to the young folks, who is Don Rickles?
It's a classic comedian. Very classic.
King of Roast.
Yeah, he's
King of Roast. Quasi-racist. Actually, no.
Damn.
Well, we shit on somebody who died.
There we go.
He wasn't racist, but he
No,
did
think
a lot
about
of,
shitting on dead people.
he did do a lot of racy jokes, but he is the king of roast. He's a comedic icon. If you don't know what roasting's about, you need to go back and watch Don Rickles. He wasn't a member of the Rat Pack, but he did hang out with them. So that was Dean Martin,
Sammy Davis
Jr., Frank Sinatra. There's one more, yeah? No?
Yeah, there's four.
There's
of
four
them.
of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good enough.
I can see
But
that.
he
I can't think of the name.
He passed away last Thursday, right after we did the podcast.
So he could hold his own up there. And some of y'all youngsters thinking you can talk all that shit, I bet you Don Rickles would make you feel like you need
You
to
keep
jump
on
off
calling
the
him Wrinkles.
Oh, Rickles.
You do
sorry.
understand that you are
Yeah.
fucking up his name
Yeah,
and his legacy.
Disrespect him twice.
Whoa!
One eulogy.
I have a black list.
Motherfucker.
So yeah, R.I.P. to Rickles.
For a lot of people who don't know who he is, he actually was in the Toy Story movies. He was the voice of I can't think what he did.
Oh, he was the
You got
bear,
it?
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the bear. He was the pink bear.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But he was also in Toy Story 1 too. I'm trying to see what voice he did, but yeah, you've heard of his work, or you've heard of things he's done.
Yeah, a lot of people still use his jokes because he had great fucking jokes. He roast the shit out of people.
My favorite part about him is he never apologized. He was a
Nothing.
nice person off stage or whatever, but he would roast your ass to fire and to pieces. And
Doing a comedy sketch, and he had a heart attack on stage, and that's how he died. Like this is from like Twitter making up fucking stories about him passing away.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, he was very private about his what we now know was leukemia. That he was suffering through for the last couple of years, and you could see that he was sick even on Black Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was like he looks like he was underweight. Like he was real skinny in his face. He just didn't look right.
Yeah.
He was obviously an actor. He was in one of my favorite underrated films, Harlem Nights.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously he sort of blew up in terms of like mainstream level with his stories on the Chappelle Show and everything. Which I as soon as I found out he passed away, I was ready to fire up my DVD and just start watching it because he was so funny in so many of those skits, and just the way that he told the stories. There wasn't any sort of like skit comedy per se. He's just sitting with like a green screen behind him, and he's just sitting on a stool just talking, explaining some of his life experiences and stuff. Just being Eddie Murphy's older brother, and then obviously his stories with Rick James and just all kinds.
Prince.
Yeah, Prince. Yeah, it
Not
was
this win, bitch.
it's so funny, and
It's
it's sad that he is gone. I was fortunate enough to see him perform last year, or almost around this time.
I heard about he came to the Bay last year.
Yeah, well, I saw him in Fresno. It was him, George Lopez, Cedric the Entertainer, and Eddie Griffin. And,
Wow.
And they did a nice little comedy show. It was really cool to watch him, and I was excited about Charlie Murphy because he was just iconic for me, right in this like 2003-ish, 2004 time. I really wanted to see more of his stand-up and everything. So I was happy I did get to see him. It does suck that he did pass away. I mean, Twitter was a buzz. Like all kinds of celebrities were just shocked and everything that he's gone.
What's really cool about him is I love the whole desire to come out of his brother's shadow.
Oh, yeah.
That he was under for years and years and years, with Eddie being the superstar from the 80s onward, ever since Saturday Night Live. And he was able to successfully come out of his brother's shadow and become his own celebrity.
That's
Yeah,
his own household name. That's fucking hard to do.
It wasn't like Eddie shit on him. I mean, Eddie
course
like
not.
I
Of course
mean,
not.
especially if you watch his retelling of Rick James and all the celebrity parties, Eddie took him everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eddie took him to all the big parties. He got to meet all the famous people. He was talking about how he was wilding out, meeting like all the big 80 stars.
Yeah.
And like the parties that Eddie got invited to. He'd
So
bring his
O.J.
brother.
Simpson said,
Yeah.
"Wow, you got a big fucking head."
Yeah.
I remember all those jokes.
So I mean, it's like what Drake said, and we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yep.
And Charlie was there. One of his favorite characters that he played a white dude on the Boondocks.
oh, Eddie
Ed
Wunsler.
Munster the third.
Yes.
Holy shit!
It's him and Sam
Him
Jackson.
and Sam Jackson playing two
Yeah.
white dudes. That was
Say what one more time.
that was the funniest shit I'd ever seen in an animated show.
Oh man.
I need
So
Sam
great.
Jackson to do more anime voices. He was so great in Afro Samurai too. I
Oh,
know
yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't about Sam, but
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, still, but I mean,
He actually voiced some video games too. He was
he's in the-
Jizzy B on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh wow. Okay.
He did the voice of
Oh,
that.
really?
He also did the
Yeah,
voice
he
of
did that,
Spock on Star Trek on G4 TV for a while.
oh,
Like, what the hell?
on G4.
Yeah,
no idea.
Shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Wow, his
Shit ain't gonna stop me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do we have a fan of the week?
I believe it was Mr. X.
All right.
Oh, happy birthday to Mr. X.
Yes, it was his birthday today.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
Oh yeah, this is his birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. X.
He turned 54.
Oh god. Damn.
5011.
Let me see it. I'm pretty
Getting
sure
old.
it's him,
So like algebra equation
Yeah.
x plus 1.
Yeah.
though. And then
Holy
the
shit.
person who we don't know, the second one down, would be Tracy Irvin. Do not know who that is, but thank you for listening.
Wonderful. We appreciate
And the
it.
first two comment is I gotta look because a whole bunch of stuff happened. It would be Double Cookie. What's going on, Double Cookie?
Hey.
That's a great fucking name.
Yeah, it is a great fucking name. All right.
What kind of cookies is it? Like chocolate chip, almond raisins?
It's gotta be oatmeal, bro.
Trying to stare close into the AVI. Can't say.
Are we
can't
jumping
make it
into
up.
some serious stuff first?
Might as well. There's a few of
What
them.
do we want to talk? We got ass whoopings, we got shootings, we
Ooh,
got
can we talk about ass
people getting
first?
bombed. All right.
Ass
Yeah, let's talk about ass
Yeah,
whoopings.
we'll progress our way up the violence.
Yeah.
Escalation of force.
Set up that ass whooping. Set up that ass whooping.
All right, this will be the United Airlines incident, which is funny because I used to be a United Airlines guy when I used to travel
Oh,
a
really?
shitload. Yeah,
Yeah, I flew United when I went to Nolans.
I used to have over 100,000 miles with United.
Damn.
Damn.
But yeah, so United Airlines they had a flight that was overbooked. Well, at the time it was reported it was overbooked. So the plot's gonna thicken a little bit in this story later on. All right. So they reported that the flight was overbooked, and so what happened was they had all the passengers got on the plane, and after everybody was on the plane, they decided to ask for volunteers to get off the plane because they needed 4 crew members to get on the plane so they can go to some other flight. All right. And so they offered these volunteers incentives. First, it started with like $200, and I think it went up to like $800 or something like that. And then people, plus, their flights.
Hotel stay and stuff.
Yeah, hotel
Yeah.
stay and shit like that. And 3 people decided to get off the plane, and nobody else volunteered. So they decided to take the weakest looking dude on the plane and harass this motherfucker and tell him to get off
Whoa.
the plane.
What are
Remember,
they-
they said they selected him at random.
Yeah, they said to
That
get a
shit-
lottery.
That shit wasn't random.
Yeah.
They picked the weakest looking dude. They picked an old Asian out of shape man. Is what they did, and that's fucked up. That shit wasn't random.
And they beat his ass. No, dude.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened was the guy said he wasn't getting off the plane because he was a doctor. It turns out, and he had patients to get to. He worked in the hospital the next day, and he said he needs to be on the flight to get to his patients. And so he said he's not getting off the flight. That's when the flight attendant said, "This is an order. We're ordering you to get off the flight." And that's when you get into trouble if you say no after that point, which I'll get into in a minute. So they end up calling the police, and the police come on, tell him to get off. He says no again, and they decide to just whoop his ass, pull him out of the seat, and drag him down the aisle, take off the plane, and
Kicking and screaming like a little
yeah.
kid.
Well, he was.
Well, no, he was passed out.
He was bloodied.
Yeah, his mouth was all bloody. Dragged him off the plane. So, turns out later on that the flight wasn't even overbooked.
real?
fuck? Are you
Not
serious?
surprised.
Wasn't even overbooked.
Well, here's the thing about that. Every time they say that the flight is overbooked, it just means that tickets were purchased. However, not everybody shows up for their seats. So they knew. I mean, it's a little bit of a time window.
Not really what that means.
No, but it's not always that case. I mean, there's one about standby. There's about people who don't show up, people that cancel their flights, people who redirect.
Overbooked means that everybody showed up.
Yeah, that's just some
What
fucking
threw
bullshit
me
they
off
tell
about
you.
this because like I mean I've flown a good bit, but I've never normally they'll say like oh if it that's like before you actually physically get on the plane.
Yeah,
Is
they
every
do it
time
for-
I've seen it.
Yeah.
This was the first time where I've seen it, and I don't know if you guys have flown. Kronos, I'm sure, has flown more often than I have. But this was the first time I had seen it where everyone was physically on the plane and they needed someone to get up out of their seat. Normally, the way I've seen it is like when you're waiting to board, they'll say, "Hey, it's overbooked. We need a couple people to volunteer before you even let on the plane." So I didn't know that it even normally gets to that stage.
That is where they fucked up.
Okay.
This is the problem. There's two ways they should have fixed. They could have fixed this before even getting to this. What they should have done first of all was not let anybody board the plane until they had volunteers. Second of all, if they knew they had flight attendants and crew members that needed to have seats on that flight, they should have been reserved beforehand. Those seats should have been already reserved before people should have had access to buy them. So that was fucked up on their end, and then letting people get on the plane. You can't let people get on the plane that already paid money and then ask them to get off the plane because you fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I was reading this one story about a guy who flew United, and he needed to get home like that day, so he paid $1,000 for like first class seat. And the plane that he was supposed to board, I guess they had mechanical issues, so they had another plane like taxiing into the spot. Well, that plane was smaller than the previous plane that he was supposed to get on, so it had less first class seats. So since the guy wasn't like a Premier United member, they bumped him. They said he was already in his seat. He ordered his drink and stuff like that, and they had told him like, "Hey, we need you to give up the seat to somebody who's more of a frequent flyer United person." So he's like, "No, I paid like my money and blah blah blah." So they were like, "Well, you can sit in the back in economy." It's like I paid $1,000 to sit first class, and you paid me in economy. So he just went back there. There was no like fighting or anything. But like the next day, he wrote a letter to United, tell them the story and like how he paid all his money. And he wanted them to refund his money, but also to donate $25,000 to a charity of his choice. And they didn't refund his money. They just gave him the difference from first class to economy. And as far as donating money, I think he said they laughed at him. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it's not. This isn't the first time that United's taken kicked people off the flight, even though they're already in the seats.
Yeah, I mean,
It's pretty rare though. I mean, I've flown a lot, and they usually do not do that.
Yeah, they usually do it before you get on the plane.
Yeah,
or like
because then you avoid shit like this.
Yeah.
I've known people that, just volunteer their seats. They're like, oh, they sweeten the deal. They're like, they offer this, free
That's
free
what they
ticket
did.
plus, so they'll pay for you to get off, offer you another free flight for your next flight and hotel. And people were like, yeah, I'll give that up.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Where was this flight going to? Does
I think it
anyone know
was
the
Chicago
Probably
to
Indianapolis. It was a short flight. Like
yeah.
Indianapolis or Ohio.
something like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know that when they're doing this overbook thing, this is actually a popular computer science program or problem. It's usually doing with priority queues and how you fill in seats and how you classify first class versus coach and how to book the flight. And even
Did the
when
math beat his ass? Is that what happened?
yeah, basically,
Shit.
basically, it's like, oh, you won. Well, we need one. We subtract you out, bitch. But I mean, this should not have escalated the way it did.
You know what?
think
If
I-
I was gonna say, if I was on that flight, I'd have been like, you know what? $800 not enough. If you want to give up my seat, you gotta at least give me like $1,200 for me to give up my seat. And I
Yeah.
think that's the $1,500 is the max that they can offer.
But they didn't even go that high.
Well, look, if the guy would have said no and they were like, well, we're gonna call the police, I'm like, hey, honestly, if I was on that flight, I'm telling the truth here. I would have just been like, hey, I'll get off. I'll leave the seat. You can just take my seat because I already know what the fuck's gonna happen and it's not gonna end well.
Yeah.
The thing that got me
Yeah.
though was after the fact, and I agree with all you guys' points. I didn't appreciate the fucking media destroying this doctor.
They tried.
They tried hard.
They tried to say he.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
They tried to dig dirt up on him, saying that he's a doctor who, and this is alleged. I don't know if it's true or not. Exchanges pharmaceuticals for sexual favors with some of his patients. And I was
Whoa.
like, that has nothing to do with him getting his ass beat by the police and the United folks trying to kick him off the flight. That's just bullshit.
And they said that he won like almost $250,000 in gambling. I'm like,
Poker.
That doesn't
and
matter.
so the motherfucker's good at poker.
Yeah. So
No, he was
Poker
playing.
is
He was,
crazy in China. What does that have
he
to
was
do with
part
shit?
of the World Poker League. He's a professional poker player. He wasn't just out there
so
gambling. He's a
fuck.
professional fucking poker player. He's not like some
Still,
amateur out there playing.
nothing-
Well,
anything.
the newest one I heard the other day was that he had lost his medical license for some reason.
Well, yeah, he did because of the drug thing for
Yeah, so-
drugs
But
for sex.
even
Even
see how they're
still.
trashing this dude, like he's
He-
no longer the victim of an ass whooping.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean,
United hired the big gun lawyers. They're like, we need to fix it. Fix it, Deathstroke.
I mean,
They're making it worse.
yeah. Someone said if this guy was Muslim, black, or Mexican, this would have turned out completely different.
That's why I said it wasn't random. They picked
Yeah,
the weakest looking
weakest
dude.
So
and still trashed him. I mean,
Twitter clapped back so fucking
Not just Twitter.
hard. Yeah, not just
They
Twitter.
lost
but
internet.
billions
Yes,
in
so-
stock shares.
overnight it was 1.2 billion in stock shares lost. And then the CEO had to apologize twice because people came at him saying he wasn't sincere enough.
that means I'm going to be looking to fly United. For,
Exactly.
yeah, right.
I'm gonna get
Hey,
those
right
prices.
now, buy you some United stock because once they bounce back,
No, you don't buy it.
You're not-
now.
buy low.
Hey,
Buy low. so
It's
high.
not low yet. That's the same thing a friend of mine said. So I'm gonna buy now. Don't fucking buy now. This story's gonna get worse. It has already gotten worse.
I'm
you
just
gotta wait
buying.
till
I'm
about
buying
now?
plane tickets, not trying to get
plane
the stock.
tickets?
I'm just
Like,
waiting,
buying
trying to get that clientele back.
Hey, so
It's
next
gonna be
time,
like first class for $2.
this was
Those,
gonna be
flash
part of,
sales.
This was gonna be part of my intro, but when you fly United, make sure you have a 6-pack of Pepsi with you.
So if y'all are wondering the legalities of what United did, everything they did was totally legal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
It's totally legal. And I'm gonna go on a little rant because I think we've given the airline industry way too much fucking power over us. We already get damn near molested just to get on the fucking plane.
Oh yeah.
There's no other form of public transportation
Finger
this
in
is
the butthole.
acceptable. None. None.
That's not.
Yeah, what
that's what
other-
9/11 did.
What other?
But buses get fucking.
I'm not
shit,
agree with
people get
that.
ran over, and for some reason they get god fucking power on a goddamn
It's-
plane.
it's-
People that are totally untrained get power over you on a plane.
Yeah, old ninjas TSA though.
That don't make no fucking sense. All of a sudden-
When
but
I
no-
see, if I see one of those pogs, I'm full body cavity.
But they're giving this to flight attendants. I'm like, they have less training than TSA as far as like.
oh yeah.
So I don't understand why we're accepting the fact that a fucking stewardess can tell us what the fuck to do like we're children,
Look.
and we have to do what they say.
I was a mule once. I did hide the coke in my ass, but it was all right though. You know what I mean? I made it out the country.
Like, I mean, if we're talking about like a sheriff deputy, like or a,
Yeah.
what do they call him, the sky, what the fuck?
Sky Marshal.
Sky Marshal.
Marshal.
Totally
Air
get that. They're trained, personnel. But if you tell me some fucking skinny chick that's serving me drinks all of a sudden is an authority figure, you can go fuck yourself. To be honest with you, I mean,
There's few places I can think of. I was just trying to think of like off the top of my head that are worse than starting shit or being a problem than like an actual airplane. Like like anytime there's something like, oh, can you put your seat up? You better put your seat up because
and
there's
for
gonna
no
be
good
problems.
reason. And for no good reason.
My seat is up. I'll try to put up more if I can.
Don't forget, they even do some of the fashion shit. Like you wear the wrong stuff,
No,
male
no.
or female.
Oh,
So-
no, that's a
Oh,
different thing. That's a different thing.
Yeah, that is it. So I
Wait,
almost
what am I
No.
saying?
Yeah.
Because
Why am I
that
saying this different?
I
By the
can't-
leggings?
no.
Yeah, you're talking about the leggings
leggings,
story,
right?
but it's something. It's
I wasn't
like if
talking
you
about
if you fly with like friends or family or whatever, you are, and you're flying for free because or at a really
Hold on.
reduced
Maybe
discount rate.
Let Prodigy
yeah,
talk.
wait. I'm just talking about the fact that people have been kicked off of planes for their attire.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
what we're
I'm
talking about.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
those stories that you're hearing, they're getting free flights.
I hear you. I'm just saying
Shit,
that they
I
still
didn't get a
have
free
the
flight.
authority to say, okay, hey,
Yeah, no, but that's understandable because they're getting free flights and they have to be in the same attire as they would if they were an employee.
Yes.
That's the reason why.
wait.
Wait.
When I buy a ticket, I have to.
No.
The people that are underneath those rules, they say you have to dress a certain way.
Uh-huh.
That's because they're flying for free.
Yeah.
And you have to dress the same way as an employee would have to dress.
It would be essentially like if I worked for, let's say, Southwest, and because I know you can fly for free or whatever. We're like friends, family, whatever. But you wear one of your dank fucking anime shirts when you're supposed to be dressed in nice business attire because you're in theory kind of representing the company of Southwest because you're you're getting my employee. This is what happened with these girls.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I know. So,
But no, I'm like there was like that football player.
And they showed up in like leggings. They're like, no, you can't fly for free in that because you're supposed to be dressed in casual.
Probably.
There
So
was
check
that
it out.
incident,
So
too.
this is what happened to me. I was coming back from Las Vegas to the Bay, and I had a shirt on, and I'd been up for like 48 hours, and I didn't realize what my shirt had said. The captain of the plane took me outside of the cabin. He's like, I need you to step outside, sir. I'm like, okay. He's all, you have two choices. One, you either zip up your hoodie and sit that way the whole flight, or you don't get on this plane.
Well, sure you were.
My shirt said, show me your tits.
Oh, well.
So,
Yeah, that's what I was.
but I know that's where you were going to. But yes,
But
because of my shirt, I wouldn't have been able to fly home.
But-
Well, there's
Plane.
also that football player
on,
who
but
was
you-
sagging.
But you get on a bus, nobody gives a fuck. That's what
Exactly.
I'm
Yes,
talking
that's
about.
true.
That's
Hey,
exactly
On a
right.
plane, it's public transportation.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
why is this in special status?
Yeah.
I don't understand. All of a sudden, you got to be professional or some shit on the fucking plane.
Well-
It's public transportation.
Well, back in the day, you had to wear a suit to get on the plane.
Yeah, that's different
right.
though. This isn't. And back in the day, it was amazing to fly. Like seriously, it's not amazing anymore.
Yeah, well,
back in the day,
back-
you could smoke on a plane.
Yeah, that's true. Well, back in my day, we had pterodactyls and shit.
But yeah, there was also that story with the football player who was sagging on the plane, and they had kicked him off because I guess a woman complained that his dick was showing.
Bruh.
She liked it.
Yeah.
She was
she
uncomfortable.
got moist.
She was uncomfortable with her moistness.
Yeah.
You know what pisses me off now? When I go on these fucking body scanners, and every time I go through the fucking body scanner, almost every time, somebody tells me to pull my pants up. I'm like, bitch, my pants are up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't fucking sag.
Yeah.
At all.
And
Well,
the thing
but
is, you
don't
have to
your
take
belt.
off your belt.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
but I'm
reason
still-
why I wear a belt is because it keeps my pants, and I don't wear saggy
but
clothes
yeah, I'm still
either.
not sagging though.
Yeah.
I wear pants that fit.
But
Yeah.
you black.
And then you're telling me to hold my hands up over my head while the
Yeah.
little thing goes around. Of course, my pants are going to start to whatever because,
I ain't got no belt on.
yeah, now I'm standing with my arms straight up. It's going to start to hang off me or whatever.
Look, I like the free hand job they give. Come on now.
I think next time, if a chick tells me that next time, I'm like, hey, hold your titties up, bitch. How about that?
Yeah.
I'll stamp that.
It'll titty me sagging.
You end up in the stuck place.
All right.
I can't stand the flying pisses me off now. Like, because I used to fly all the time. It used to be an okay experience, and now it's just like they're making it worse and worse. It's one of those things to where you never take away power. They only give more and more power to things, and I think it's getting to a point to where, fuck that, because what happened was like this even goes to, like the presidency, because like people they keep giving the president more and more power, and it was all good when President Obama had it, but now you see the problem.
9/11 just shook people
Yeah.
into fucking fear. And like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong against it or whatever, because obviously no one wants fucking anything remotely close to fucking happen again. I remember back in the day, you could walk through the metal detectors and see your loved ones at the gate.
Oh, yeah,
whatever,
nope.
Like
Nope, not
watch
no
them
more.
fly out. Like no, now you can't. Like you
Yeah.
can't get past even the security
Yeah.
And it's totally
clearance.
ineffective. The only thing that those gates do is they make everybody clustered into one group. There's
Yeah.
thousands of people in the same location. You don't need there's more people in that one location than there are on a fucking plane.
Yep.
You could kill them all instantly.
Yeah, before.
Not
yeah,
that we
'cause
want
those-
that to happen.
People
Yeah,
just
those lines
they just don't
are
want the
fucking-
planes flying in the buildings
So
again.
it's
That's
like
a
I was
big
just
fear.
saying, those lines are snaked and come around holiday season. You're looking at a line that's like getting on the Disneyland
Yeah.
ride.
It's
Someone
worse.
just got to roll up with their carry-on bag with the fucking dirty bomb and boom.
It's dumb as
Everybody's
fuck.
good.
And all the TSA agents there, none of them are armed. They're all minimally trained. All we have are a few cops, but it's very few, and most of them are only armed with handguns. That's it. I don't see what happened to fucking the dogs.
Yeah.
We don't use dogs anymore,
sniffing dogs.
hardly at all. Like what the fuck? We relying on these fucking stupid ass machines.
I remember Modern Warfare 2 with that scene,
Oh,
and,
that's all
with the
bad.
Russians in that airport. That was all bad.
That's
Was it
terrible.
Modern
How
Warfare
was
2?
It was Modern
Yeah.
Warfare 2.
Okay.
That was a great
Yeah.
fucking scene.
But they
was all
said
bad.
you could skip this if you're squeamish
like,
or
yeah.
whatever.
I
Remember
shot
that?
everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I was like, mm-mm.
That's all bad.
I'll play that shit again. I'm like,
You know what I played in the background? I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I said, fuck that
shit.
shit. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
I was going with Fight the Power.
I went with Reading Rainbow.
Damn.
Damn.
I was playing Fear of the Black Planet.
All right, so we jumping into the Syria incident, or we
Oh
staying?
no,
wait,
Oh,
back
we're going
to-
up the scale. So
wait,
San
back
Bernardino.
to the United thing. The fucking memes that have been coming out for this shit's
Great.
been
I want to read.
hilarious.
I wish I had it pulled up. I came late, but I wanted to read some of the great ones.
The Negan ones are great.
Oh,
Negan
yeah.
and Glenn.
Yeah, Negan and Glenn. That was
It's
great.
Any, mini, mighty, mo, and it shows Glenn. And
gonna
the
try
guy
to-
was Asian too, which
Which made it even more ironically funny.
I haven't seen any crying Jordan memes though.
Oh,
yeah.
that is
Yeah.
true.
No.
No, most people had like they matched the Kylie Jenner with like United Airlines and TSA and shit. That shit was fucking funny.
there's one meme I saw on the way over here that said like Pepsi like I'm gonna have this controversy commercial, and then TSA's or United's
hold my beer.
hold my beer because
Yeah.
it came out with the whole fucking pilot passenger shit. Oh, I fucking love memes.
Yeah.
Memes
I just love
are-
the tweets. Like people were going hard. If you looked up, what was it? # United Airlines motto. Holy shit, they were going in.
People are quick
unrelenting.
with those memes.
It was
Yeah.
so good though.
They really got Pepsi off the hook on that one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Pepsi was deep in the deep fryer.
It was
I don't
like-
understand why though. Why were they in deep shit? I don't understand why they were even
It was
in
just
trouble.
public appearance.
Yeah.
Public appearance. Now
It was a
United's
dig-
gonna be there for at
yeah.
least
It
a
was a
couple
Diggle
weeks.
scandal all over again.
Pepsi's
Yeah.
in there. I mean, United's gonna be there for a good bit.
A good bit until someone else fucks up.
Yeah.
Dude, have you
They
seen-
set the bar pretty high or low.
So wait, quick, have you guys seen the meme of it's all like people do memes so much that a meteor would be coming to Earth, and the last meme would be like a crying Jordan over the planet.
the-
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
All right, now we
where
can
we
move
going?
on.
Where we going now?
With San Bernardino thing.
Oh yeah, you want to do that? Let's
Dude,
do
this
it.
is some fucked up shit.
Man,
Damn.
go ahead.
I didn't know. I didn't hear all the details because I'm just sort of.
Because the United thing.
So,
it
yeah.
just comes up
Yeah,
to that.
exactly. I just heard that there was some sort of shooting,
there was,
murder, suicide type.
There was a husband. Was a husband or boyfriend? I guess he went to his wife's school, and she was a teacher for special needs students.
Yeah.
And he just shot her. I'm not sure.
I
don't know the reason
because
why.
I heard about the incident, but I didn't want to speculate and everything on because it said murder suicide, so I assumed the gunman shot himself, but I didn't hear if the wife survived.
No,
I think I read or saw that I guess one of the
so
kids
he killed.
died.
Yeah, he killed the teacher and another student, and there was another kid that was shot too, but they were
Okay.
able to survive it.
So it was a kid, the wife, and then the gunman
and then
all
the gunman.
passed away.
Yeah.
So was he? I believe he was going through a divorce, or she had asked for a divorce.
something like that, or estranged.
Mentally
Yeah.
distraught, whatever.
Oh, bad. Because he went to an elementary school.
Yeah,
and these kids were like special need kids too. It
Yes.
wasn't like
Special needs children.
that's ridiculous. Like I don't.
there's a special
I
place in
can't
hell for that.
I can't
Oh,
put
yeah.
my brain around the logic behind like going to her work at the school and causing a like what does that
I mean,
solve?
it hits close to home. I got an elementary school age kid here in California too. It's obviously disturbing as fuck. You know, I'm talking to my son about incidents and whatnot and what to do in case of emergency. Not that he can obviously prevent anything, but these are conversations that need to be had in this type of environment, which is sad.
Yeah, saying that they were estranged. They were a estranged couple, and the husband just walked into the school quietly, not saying a damn word, and just went in there and shot his wife.
Fucking
He
crazy.
shouldn't have been on. Well, usually schools are pretty strict about letting people on campus
It's-
that aren't personnel, but I don't know.
The thing is it's a school. It's not really like a jail or whatever.
Yeah,
where
it's a public school. as
Yeah,
well,
it's a
is it
public
not?
school.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard to like physically walk on the campus.
Yeah, they're not locked
especially
down.
of like an elementary school. Like when you got in like high school, they were a little bit more stricter about the stuff where you had like security mainly making sure the kids weren't cutting class and leaving.
Pretty much.
Well, let me just say this though. I mean, most public schools here in California, even elementary, do have some pretty strict guidelines. Now, I think you're thinking of like when we were growing up, perhaps.
Is it not like an open campus sort of thing?
My kid goes to an open campus. I can't just walk up on that campus.
But you could.
You could if you wanted to.
Somebody just be like,
Hold on,
stop. They have-
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Without someone saying, "Who are you and what's going on?"
But there's
Why are you
nothing
here?
to stop you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My-
if you want
Somebody
I-
saying, hey, stop, doesn't mean shit.
I hear you, but it sounds like he was led all the way into the classroom, like not just.
If
at
he,
the,
I'm sure he knows where his
yeah,
classroom
because-
is.
well,
Yeah.
he's the husband of someone that works there, so they knew him. So
Yeah.
some guards are let down. But my mom's a teacher. She teaches at an elementary school. I just walk right up.
Yeah,
I could
it's
walk.
like-
I could walk into my high school's like office and just pretend like I'm just going there to talk to the office, and I just go to a classroom if I, in theory, wanted to. But I mean, it sort of just depends on the high school
But it's
where
also,
it is.
I was gonna say, like that shooting that happened a couple of years ago that was at the elementary
Oh,
school.
no.
Sandy
Newton.
Hook.
Was it New?
There's Sandy Hook.
Yeah, Sandy Hook, but it was
the
in
one-
Newtown,
Yeah, I think
Connecticut.
that's the one.
Oh.
Where like the son of one of the teachers was able to just walk in there and started like killing people like left and right. So
We don't protect our schools at all.
no,
We protect our airports, but not our schools or our malls
we need TSA.
or anywhere else that has a bunch of people. We don't protect them, but we protect fucking airports for some odd reason.
Yeah, I heard malls are a dying thing.
People
Like-
still go to them though.
Yeah, but
They're
they're
dying until fucking Black Friday. then they're,
Mainly because
they're
you can't fly a mall into the White House. I think that's what the main.
Yeah.
I think that shook a lot of like
Unless
the
you're
government. Be like,
united, I
oh
guess.
shit, they just weaponized this thing and took out like one of our most important government buildings when it hit the.
Which one? The Pentagon?
Pentagon?
Yeah.
They only took out part of it.
Well,
Still.
in theory, I mean, and
A
from
wing.
the one that landed in the field, that one was supposed to hit the
It got
White
shot.
House.
That one got shot down. As far people might have said they got. I
They
think it
took
got
over the
shot
plane?
down. Yeah, they didn't take over the fucking.
That sounds
plane.
like some
The
old
fuck
ninja
outta here with that
speculation,
shit.
though.
They don't do this speculating shit. There ain't no fucking way. You tell me 3 planes ran to buildings, and the 4th one was on the way to the White House, and all of a sudden, just that one, magically knew that they were terrorists that were gonna fly it into a building that was the White House, and they fucking crashed that shit. It's highly unlikely. They probably just thought, oh, we're getting hijacked. Fuck it, like everybody else did.
Okay.
It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make any
I don't
sense.
know.
And I'm not a conspiracy guy. It just doesn't make any sense how that
Sounds
one
conspiracy
plane.
to me.
That'd
This,
be going there.
this sounds like a long debate. I'm just going.
Yeah, we're gonna table this for
Yeah.
another time. But I was like gonna say, United would have said we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
You know
Fair
what?
choice.
It's crazy. I kind of wish Stitch still worked at his previous job because you heard about what happened in Newark this week?
Oh,
The dead body they found.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Something crazy
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
Dude was shot in the head. Fucking crazy. All right,
Yeah,
we can move
I heard
on.
about that.
That's all bad.
Jesus.
We just talk about nothing but death this
Nothing but
episode.
that.
That,
We got one more to
I mean,
go.
that barely when I was with my other back in Louisiana. That shit was like
Oh yeah, that
once
was
every
all
other
bad.
week.
You know,
Some shit like that.
this episode should be called There's 2 themes guaranteeing like dankness and death.
Oh,
Double
damn.
D's.
Might have to do it.
Double D.
Where we going?
Damn. Or you can flash out.
We go back climbing up the ladder now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we going to Syria?
We going to Syria.
Syria.
Well, you can as long as you don't fly United.
I ain't going to Syria. Period.
You can fly Southwest.
I'm
I
s-
mean,
I'm
they
staying
beat
in
the
this
competition,
continent for the
not
most
their
part.
customers.
All right, you were gone last week. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Syria, we decided to bomb a airfield in Syria with like 60 or so Tomahawk missiles. That was a big deal, sort of. I mean,
Sort of.
Was there a
yeah,
reason
sort of.
why
I
we
mean,
did?
yeah, because they gas. I don't know why people don't know this, but they keep gassing their own fucking people, which is pretty fucking bad with nerve gas. And for some reason, the UN's not doing anything to stop them. They should have been stopped a long time ago. They've done this multiple times in the past. We've been called to action multiple times, but for some reason, nobody's done anything for like a long time. And so they recently gassed their own people again. They killed, I think it was like 70 or so men, women, and children got gassed by nerve gas. It was either sarin, VX gas, or mustard gas, all of which are horrible fucking ways to die. So yeah, I mean, I don't agree, with a lot of things that President Trump does, but somebody has to do something about people nerve gassing people. I mean, you can't use chemical weapons in this day and age.
Can I ask a question, though? Because I want to make sure I understand. I've been trying to read up on this. Forgive some of my ignorance, but does this prevent Assad from being able to do this again?
So that's one of the problems that I have with it, right? So they only bombed one airfield, which to all reports was that they didn't even destroy the whole thing because later on I think some planes
functional.
landed on it. So
Yeah.
it's like you fucking fail.
With
Second
50
of all,
missiles, how do you not knock that shit out?
yeah, it should be pretty fucking easy.
I'm confused on that.
Second of all, there's multiple airfields. So either he's sending a message to them that, hey, we can bomb you, which he already fucking knew. I don't know. It seemed fucking weird the way that they did it. But, I mean, there has to be some kind of message there. There should probably be some other means that they do. I would love to see some UN interaction there, but the UN is pretty fucking worthless. But yeah, and then I see a lot of shit on Facebook with people comparing this to like, oh, well,
Flint.
yeah, with like the Flint, Michigan fucking water. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking stupid? Like, I got in an argument with somebody on Facebook about this shit because they said that, well, if you're okay with people, obviously you're okay with people getting poisoned because you're okay with the Flint, Michigan crisis. And I'm like, well, no, first of all, the people in Flint, Michigan, it's fucked up, don't get me wrong. But A, they're in America. They have access to bottled water, all right? I know that's fucked up to say, but they do, all right? People have been sending them bottled water. They can buy their own bottled water. In America, you still have access to other means to get around that shit that they don't have in Syria. And hey, guess what? They have fucked up water in Syria too. That's probably way worse than fucking lead. All right.
These people were killed by their government.
And then they were saying, oh, well, I'd rather, it's a slow death with lead. I'm just like, okay, but the getting gassed, nerve gassed, is far worse than fucking lead poisoning over time. I'm sorry. You're going to fucking shit yourself, vomit yourself, bleed from every orifice. You're going to watch your fucking skin boil. I know this for a fucking fact because I went through NBC training. You're going to fucking, oh, I'm not done.
What's that acronym mean? I'm sorry.
Oh, NBC, sorry. Nuclear Biological Chemical Training.
Good.
So
just to let people know.
You're going to have seizures so bad that you break your own fucking bones. And eventually you're not going to be able to see because you're bleeding from your fucking eyes.
God damn.
Your lungs are going to burn and then eventually fill up with blood. And that's how you fucking die.
Yeah.
So you basically suffocate to death.
Yeah, it's a little worse.
Blood.
Little worse than fucking lead poisoning. All right? So let's not compare our fucking bullshit American problems with a fucked up country that gasses their own people.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Fix the Flint, Michigan crisis with their water.
You can do
Well,
both.
yeah.
You can chew gum and walk at the same time.
Where I'm sort of confused is, okay, we won't, I mean, normally we try to help other countries in times of need and shit like that. And obviously, we didn't just wake up one morning to shit, being aware of shit going on in Syria. We know shit was going on in Syria for a while.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of like, the refugees that were trying to come over here and stuff. And all of a sudden people are just like, no, we can't have them here. We can't have them here. But we are going to drop bombs on them and stuff like that. But then we don't want to sort of help them with the aid.
Well, no,
in terms of, and I understand we just targeted like an airfield and
Yeah.
stuff. So it almost seemed like beforehand we didn't really care and everything when all these other bombs and shit were going off. But it's like, okay, this incident that, and I don't want to say incident in terms of it just happening once. I'm not intelligent in terms of how often they've been gassing their people, if there's been a long ongoing problem over like weeks, months, years or anything like that.
Yeah.
But why all of a sudden now did this trigger like boom? Because what we saw photos of kids.
Well, no, we saw photos of kids before.
Just because we see it, it brought us to like the realization. It's almost like a Ray Rice thing where it's like, okay, people beat their wives, but until I see it with my own eyes, that's when I'm gonna be shocked and appalled by it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I get the humanitarian crisis. I hate children dying. I just do. And everybody should in America have a heart about that. There's no doubt about it.
One thing that
Okay.
I was gonna say, one thing that's crazy is that like there's actual video footage of like people suffering from the mustard gas or whatever kind of gas they sent on their people. Like I saw some of the stuff and man, that's just disturbing.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's like whoa.
It's just I guess I look at things from a tangible standpoint. If they still have the same leader in power, and he still has the capabilities from an operational standpoint to do the same thing, despite a threat of some type of bombing or some type of actions by the U.S. or other powers, who knows? He still has the ability to do so. I look at what's changed from one day to the next, and I'm not seeing enough tangible change other than the threat.
What's the end game?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that I don't see a plan. Just bombing somebody. You need a plan. You know, like a plan would be nice.
So,
and I was seeing a thing today. He fucking thought we were bombing Iraq, and he's talking about chocolate cake or whatever. Like it was Charlie Murphy, Trump. He said, "Hey, we was doing an interview."
Yellow cake?
Yeah. Oh no, he was talking about because he was talking about how he informed the president of China, and he just starts going off like you're like Grandpa Simpson talking about. I was eating this delicious chocolate cake at the time. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then he got Syria mixed up with Iraq. He started talking about how he was bombing Iraq, and the reporter was like, "Syria? Yeah, Syria." I'm like, I was like,
Can we talk about the best part?
I was like, let me change the channel.
Let's talk about the best part. The best part is Sean Spicer.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit. This motherfucker, the press, I think he's a press secretary, right? Or something like that. This motherfucker goes up and gives a press conference. It was one of the most egregious acts of not knowing fucking history that I've ever seen in my entire life. I have no idea how this person is in charge of fucking anything. So first, he was talking about how, well, at least Hitler didn't gas his own people. Motherfucker,
He did.
The Holocaust. I mean, seriously, the Holocaust.
yeah, for those of you who are kind of confused, Hitler was a Jew.
Yeah, and in case that isn't all right, but anyway,
Yeah,
in case
he
you
gassed the Jews.
in case you forgot about the Holocaust for some odd fucking reason, he also gassed the Allies, and in turn, we gassed the fucking Nazis. So yeah, we all gassed each other. That's why I came up with the fucking Geneva Convention, so we'd stop doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And then He tried to say that there was Holocaust centers instead of calling them fucking internment camps.
Are you serious?
I'm just like, bruh, because somebody had mentioned what the fuck is a Holocaust center, and I didn't read what he said at first, and I was like, well, there really are Holocaust centers now. I'm like, but I don't know the reference.
Yeah, like tied to like museums or
the museums and shit.
That's not what he meant.
That's not what he was. That's not what he was. Then I saw later on, I was like, oh, this is some Trump shit. All right, I got you.
It's like didn't he say something like during like Black History Month about some dumb shit like that, where he got
Harriet
some
Tubman or something, or Frederick
Douglass. Yeah. Oh, this is my
about the
biggest thing
massacre.
with like when he was, I guess, got to be president. I was like, my biggest fear is that he's going to put other idiots in charge that just have no idea what the fuck that they're doing or saying, and that seems to be what the case is.
So I wonder if they're at our press conference now. They're going to have a press conference talking about, hey, should we free the slaves now?
Oh,
like he doesn't even care. Like he's saying like I've watched a couple like he's just on his own fucking terms in terms of what Spicer says. He's just like just popping off at the mouth, and he doesn't even care, and he's just like just stubborn and arrogant about his idiotness.
And I'm not giving any credit to him. I think he is an idiot, but Spicer did retract and apologize and do all that kowtowing after he put his fucking both feet in his mouth.
You don't got any many other options.
Old Ninja, did you want to jump in?
Can't double down on it.
So I'm seeing reports that because of the Syrian strike, that North Korea is trying to ready itself with doing, extended missile or nuclear tests. It's talking about they need to be ready just in case the U.S. oversteps or some shit.
They're always talking that bullshit.
Yeah, so I mean the tensions in that area seems to be heightened from what I'm reading.
Wait. Syria and North Korea aren't anywhere fucking
No,
near
they're
each
not.
other, Mr. Geography, goddamn.
I never said
And
that
you
they
know
were.
you're in trouble if Prodigy calling you out on geography.
I never said, but
You're about to say they're in the same time zone for all we know.
no. The point is that because of the actions in Syria, North Korea claims that they're afraid that we may act on them as well. So they decided to ready up.
Trump they talked about it, about bombing it. I'm like, dude, just leave North Korea alone. Like, they're just noisy in their own little fucking corner. They
Please
can't
leave
do
them
shit.
alone.
It's like poking a fucking lion with
Yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
stick. Like, why are you poking this lion here? Leave it alone.
You know who's got to be like, shut the fuck up, is Seoul and South Korea and Japan got to be like, hey, chill out. We're neighbors with these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Crazy
for real.
fucks.
I mean, they're not allies, but they're literally like within striking distance. So.
Damn, did we solve the world's geopolitical
Oh
problems?
no. Just like Arrow didn't solve fucking gun control, we didn't solve.
I forgot about that
That was
shit.
a very special episode.
Yeah.
That was one and done with that topic on that show.
All right.
shit.
How about some motherfucking gaming? I want to hear what's going on with Mass Effect.
I've been playing it a little bit. I've been on vacation where I didn't play anything except for a little bit of Zelda. But I'm back on Mass Effect. Apparently there was some patch that I heard
Huge
about.
patch.
Give me one of these.
This is patch 1.05. What the hell?
Yeah, so the patch came out and they said that they fixed a bunch of shit, like with the facial animations, but they didn't fix shit.
Yeah, you were showing me before the cast.
Yeah, they didn't fix shit. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
All that blinking.
I don't see any They still got that hooker eyes. All the humans still look like they're mannequins. All the aliens still look awesome, but they didn't fix shit.
Your shepherd looked clammy.
Yeah,
I've noticed some differences, but it didn't. I think it added more problems than fixing some. I mean, the animations with changing weapons is a little faster. My character moves faster, but
that was never the problem. The facial animation.
It kind of was. But here's the thing. When I got to a particular part in the game, it the animations turned into the animations turned into shit where when you see animators working on their rigs or whatnot, the rigs were stuck, yet they were saying their lines, people's heads were turned around, feet were all fucked up.
Oh, okay.
I ran into that, and then when the patch came, I replayed that area and everything was fixed.
Okay.
So that when the game had crashed on me before the patch. Once I did the patch, then it worked out. I've noticed some things, but it's not a complete it didn't 100% fix its problems. It is better, though. I will say that it is fixed a lot of.
Well, what part are you on?
The facial animations are not better.
Wait, so your level, I think 12. And
12.
Where are you?
I finished the game.
Okay, so maybe it's a. You guys are talking about different parts of the game.
Yes, I hit a part of the game where it crashed because of it, but it
Doesn't
doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about what the fuck he's talking about. Yeah. All right, I'm talking about the facial animations are the problem the whole fucking time. Those are not fixed.
Spilling over there?
No, I was just
Dribbling on yourself in the base.
Chrono says they're not fixed. You say
I
they're
say it's partially fixed.
Someone's full of shit here.
I watched a side-by-side comparison, and I couldn't tell the fucking
We know who
difference.
has more credit in terms of that.
Oh wow, that's all bad. So I mean, I beat the game. We both are playing on 2 different systems as well. So maybe that's an issue, maybe not.
But you fapping to
I don't
Shepard
fap-
or
no.
New Shepard? What's the name?
Ryder.
Ryder?
Yeah, Dick Ryder.
So the multiplayer is still on point then, or you just been playing mainly single?
I've been playing
Sorry.
mainly single player, but there's been new multiplayer shit that just dropped a couple days ago. So there's been free stuff, I guess every 2 weeks so far.
So after they butt fuck you with shitty animations, they give you some trinkets.
They give you free shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So I mean, I've been playing the game. I beat the game. You know, I had a good time. There is animation issues, but as far when the patch came out, it did fix some things that I've noticed. But it's not 100% fixed.
Is there replayability like in previous Mass Effects?
Yes, there's replayability. I actually started a new campaign today.
All right.
So there's some things I noticed that was pretty interesting. So they actually use the name of your character if you quick start a character. So for instance, if you quick start Scott or Sarah Ryder, your characters will call you by your first name.
That's not all that interesting.
Versus if you, well, I'm not
Is
done.
that
Versus,
what you're hyping on?
No, I'm not hyping on that.
The name is
fact
programmed in
that-
the game.
They
So-
could have called me Scott.
So if you customize your character, they will blend, like they will create your father figure based on what you created the siblings to look like. which is
So
kinda-
I'll be
I
your
saw
daddy.
that in Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
about
They made your
I
when
just
you
thought
made
it
your
was an interesting
character.
little thing, but no, the game overall, it's a really long
It's
game.
magical.
I had a lot of fun playing it, so
Fuck your shit.
You
Fuck
hyping
you.
that game up.
yeah. So you
Fuck
hype
Mass
up your
Effect.
bullshit. Fuck you.
Anyway,
Throw this table up. Smack you with it.
bullshit ass. Let's get into hopefully some good hype news. At least I was hyped
Oh wait,
on it.
there's a little bit.
Wait a minute, I was
sorry.
gonna.
Is this
Sorry.
gaming news?
No, I was gonna switch, but you
No,
gotta get-
gaming news. Overwatch, man. There's new Overwatch shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're adding in a PvE, which is player versus enemy, for y'all that didn't know, with Overwatch, which I think is awesome because I think that honestly the game probably could have used a single player type experience or a story fucking mode or some shit. You know what I mean in the
Like-
game from the get go.
It doesn't. It's just multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all straight multiplayer.
Okay.
Yeah, before it was all multiplayer, but now you can play against enemies, and so with basically it's like co-op versus enemies. That's story driven, so it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna hop back on the game. It's pulling me back, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to it as well. Hopefully we can squad up on there as much as possible. I agree that it would have been nice to always have that, but what I love about Blizzard is they're constantly improving and tweaking, and I believe this is a free update to the game. There's still plenty of people playing it, and even without the single player campaign, for whatever reason, maybe it was all the porn I was watching, it felt like I knew the story, like the characters'
Wow.
Yeah.
arcs a little bit, and that sounds weird because you
The arcs in their backs.
yeah, because there is no like cutscenes with Diva. Well, there was cutscenes of Fuda. Yeah, never mind.
Wow.
But yeah,
You're confusing shit.
yeah, the porn was good though, man.
God dang. So there was like an announcement for the Uncharted expansion, Uncharted Lost Chapters or some shit.
Yeah, with Chloe and
The evil British chick,
what's that chick saying? The black chick.
Naomi,
Nadine?
right?
Naomi.
Oh,
I think
Nadine.
it's Nadine.
Yeah. Drops in
Nadine.
August.
Yeah. So is this a expansion or is this a new game?
It is kind of like what they did for Last of Us, where it's a separate campaign. It's going to be sold in its own, I think, disc if you want, or you could add it as probably DLC onto Uncharted 4. But it's big.
Okay.
Did we talk about that? I guess that new Destiny 2 teaser
We
thing.
didn't talk about
No,
it.
we didn't talk about it.
Did it come out already?
No.
No, it's just like a teaser trailer or
Yeah.
some sort of like announcement. I saw that
It's
they
just an announcement trailer. There's no
Okay.
gameplay.
they haven't
in the
talked
trailer.
anything. I just saw
No,
like they'll be.
So there will be a gameplay trailer later on this month, I suppose, or no,
Okay.
E3 or something. I
No
don't know.
dates.
But
announced
even-
or
No,
anything?
no date,
Okay.
nothing for sure.
But even without that, Old Ninja was wrong because Destiny 2 does not piggyback on all your work from Destiny 1.
Well, it carries over your character, but not all your stuff.
You see how he speculates?
That's not a speculate. It's been
See how he
announced.
switched it up?
How is it? What the fuck?
So your character
So
still
your
have the same
character,
level?
what your character looks like will transfer over, but all the shit that you're
All the
acquiring,
generic-
all the
stuff
stats and
you
shit
worked
gets
for.
reset. Yeah.
Of course it does.
So
Okay.
Just like we knew.
I've been playing MLB The Show just real quick before we get off. MLB The Show is good. It's awesome. At first, there was a little bit of issues in terms of getting on the server, but that's sort of expected with a bazillion fucking people jumping on at the same time with the only baseball game on like any console
That's true.
system.
It
But
was
I mean,
baseball.
Damn.
with the stick and the ball.
Walking
Jer-
Dead?
Nah, close. Aaron
stick in the
Rodgers
head.
and Alex Rodriguez over there.
Oh, A-Rod?
And then also still been playing Wildlands. Wildlands is really fun. Still enjoying it. Map's fucking huge. There's a shit ton of activities like to do in that entire fucking.
Here's my
world.
question on Wildlands. Are you replaying the same levels, or are you still doing new shit at
There's
this point?
there's this sort of crime syndicate tree where there's like smuggling, influence, and I forget the two other things. It's like manufacturing and something else. And under each category, there's one center. I'll just call him a Godfather because it reminds me of that Godfather game where you would sort of take out the different tiers of the actual syndicate, and then there'll be like lieutenants, then like underbosses. So you'll go to different regions, fuck up shit or whatever. Then you'll get to the little underboss. You take out the 4 little underbosses, then you'll work your way up to lieutenant. So you have to like keep working your way up to the family tree on these 4 different branches. It's almost like a sort of like a tournament kind of way. It's branched out like a March Madness sort of tree. And then once you, I guess, get your way up to the top, then you'll, I guess, beat the game. But along the way, you'll unlock weapons, different skill points and trees and like scopes and all kinds of shit like that.
So no, you're not repeating.
You're not like going. It's a story. It's not like you're doing the same like 4 things like, oh, follow this person here,
Gotcha,
or
okay.
and you're doing the same 4 sort of. I'm trying to think of a game where you kind of do that that sort of action, and it's just escaping me. But it's not the same activities with just over and over again. Like, oh yeah, follow this person, don't get seen. Follow this person, don't get seen. All right, go kill them. It's they do a really good job of incorporating the story and the reasons why you're doing this shit. There'll be things where all right, we need you to fly the drone or plant the bugs or whatever. So I haven't gotten to anything where I'm doing the exactly same thing yet.
And you gave it an 8. What was it?
I don't remember if I rated it yet.
You have
And
it on
I
your
need to
phone?
check my. I don't think because we rated something. But
We rated a movie, I think, last week.
Yeah, I thought you said you were going to keep it on the thing.
No,
we need to get that
yeah.
little XL thing.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, we need to fire up the XL or the dry erase board.
So really quick, did everyone get a chance to see the trailer for Battlefront 2?
Yes.
That leaked, I guess, but then they re-released it.
They're gonna have a storyline or a single player or some
So
shit.
it looks like it centers around a female Imperial pilot, but
That
there will
don't
be a
answer no
full
fucking
trailer.
question.
There'll be a full trailer on the 15th. So we'll see.
So
it.
you don't know.
We'll find out on the 15th. What the fuck?
That means you don't know. So
Yeah.
it's okay to say you don't know. I don't know. a lot of
Don't
shit.
even take offense to it.
I just said it. I said what it looks like. I mean, because they have a female talking over about what she did and avenge our emperor. So
I hope they do the Titanfall 2 thing and add that. It looks fun. I want to play a Star Wars game. You know what I mean? Especially on this console generation. And Battlefront almost looked like it would have gotten some of my money, but I didn't want to do all multiplayer.
Did
Just-
the-
yeah, it was all.
Because you bought the
Yeah, I
season
bought it.
pass for it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Was it in? Because I guess obviously they're going to be, I guess, done with it now since they're sort of focusing their efforts on the
Oh,
second
the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
first one they're
Alright.
done. The
So
last
was it-
DLC came out in December.
So in theory,
Battle-
do you think you got your money's worth for the season pass?
So
or no?
here's the thing: I paid $20 for the game, and I paid about $30 for the season pass.
DLC costs more than the game.
Yeah, so the
So-
season
Bruh.
pass costs more.
Quick question, what-
Well, the thing about
what-
the game is I got the game at a discount because I knew someone.
What game was it that our listeners voted for us all to play? Was it Battlefront or
Battlefield.
It was
Battlefield.
Battlefield 1.
Yeah,
Battlefield
we
one.
didn't do that shit. I guess fuck you, listeners. I'm
Holy
We
shit!
can still jump on there. That's a good game.
Yeah, they've added a bunch of shit to Battlefield 1 that I still need to update. There's a huge update for Battlefield 1.
I think all you guys have the game. I'm the only one
Yeah,
that
we
never
do.
went around.
but none of us
Stitch.
Nah,
really
nah,
I don't think
played.
Stitch has. Stitch
Nah,
doesn't
nah,
have it.
I could pick it
Prodigy
up.
and I are the only one who squatted up on the game.
You know what pissed me off about the game? I played for about, I don't know, 15 minutes, and I got sniped probably 30 fucking times.
Oh, multiplayer? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
you can't even fucking.
Yeah, you can eat a dick.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, quick scope and shit like
Yeah,
that.
you can't throw me in a fucking game where I got a goddamn pistol and somebody's got a fucking sniper rifle from a fucking mile away and I'm getting shot in the face.
That's why I think Wildlands would be fun because it'd be a nice little 4-man fire team, and you can crank the difficulty when you crank it up. It goes up pretty hard, so it'd be cool to get the squad on that.
Yeah, well,
that out.
it's probably was. How many people was
It'd be a
Wildlands?
four. Yeah, 14.
Yeah, see, Battlefield 1 is 5-man. It's 5-man crew. So, it's plenty of us. But
Shit.
So guys, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit and talk about that Thor trailer.
ooh,
Oh, it looked great. You go ahead and talk about it. You brought it up.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So this week, the trailer for Thor, was it Ragnarok?
Ragnarok. Sassafras.
I was about to say that too.
It's like me with my anime definition. Well, I was thinking about a Ramen Rider or whatever.
Robin Rider.
What?
Yeah, so the trailer for the next Thor movie dropped. Ragnarok. Ragnarok.
Yeah. It's like Fraggle Rock, but Ragnarok. Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Thor 3.
Three.
Literally how it's spelled.
But yeah, that dropped this week, and I would have to say it looks damn good. I already have my ticket to go see it. Like, it's looked that damn good.
Stitch, you hate? I'm sorry. Stitch, you hating?
What you look at me? I just talking about your Hulk. Hulk look like a bitch. Oh! He's gonna lose.
How?
I don't know how, just because he is.
He's gladiator.
So Thor's good. I mean,
Stitch speculating.
is Hulk? So we're gonna see them fight, and he's gonna knock out Thor, and then it's gonna be roll credits. I don't think so.
I can see it.
You can
He
see
beat
it.
up his brother.
I saw Iron Man whip the shit and knock Hulk unconscious.
That was different.
That was-
That was under a spell, goddammit, and it was Hulk. No, we're not doing that.
Didn't the Hulk already beat Thor?
They fought. It was kind of a stale.
It was stale. Yeah, stale, man.
Yeah, Hulk got tricked into going in a little cube and jumped out the ship.
Thor did.
That was Thor.
Was Thor again?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you even watch movies, man?
it's all confusing.
Do you even read the comic books, bro?
Yeah,
Do you,
do
bro?
you MCU, bruh?
Do you comic, man? Do you
This,
comic?
I like the combination of the Ragnarok story, which I need to actually go back and really read,
Well,
and then the Planet Hulk stuff.
Oh, I remember seeing, what was it? Watching Hulk versus Thor.
Oh, I've seen that. That was
yeah.
Yeah, the
disturbing.
animated one. That was great.
And there's
Yeah.
also the Wolverine one.
It's the Hulk versus series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's two movies.
That was one of the better Marvel direct-to-DVD
For sure.
Yeah.
movies.
Oh, yeah.
I
That and the
love.
Wolverine verse one
Yep.
was really good too.
Weren't they combined? Because I remember like
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
ended and the other one. Okay, yeah.
It was in
yeah.
the same DVD set.
Yes.
Yeah, DC did the same with Shazam, because they had the Shazam and then Black Adam part at the second part.
True. What were you gonna say?
So the movie looks like it got fucked a little bit by Guardians of the Galaxy in a good way. Looks like
Yeah.
they have some of that Guardians of the Galaxy DNA in there. Like if you look at
Oh, yeah.
watch the trailer again and think of Guardians of the Galaxy, you see what I'm talking about.
Especially, I always thought that Jeff Goldblum was going to be in Guardians and not this one. For
Oh.
whatever reason, I got that switched up. So when I saw him in this,
Yeah.
I was like, "What the hell?"
Well, I mean,
Well, I thought he was in
could
it,
be in
wasn't
both.
I guess that's
You're
true.
thinking of the Collector, and that
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because he looks out like, but he doesn't. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's Benicio del Toro, right?
Yeah.
But who was the one that we thought was Proxima? That's gonna
Oh,
be
that
Oh,
Kate
it's Hela.
Blanchett.
yeah.
Yeah.
She looks bad in Goth.
She looks like what's the name?
And you got Loki coming back. You know, again, because we haven't seen Thanos, the best MCU villain that we got, and I'm all for it. You know what I mean? It looks fun.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, what they didn't show was Doctor Strange, because we know that he's
True.
in the movie.
Well,
we do get that hint. to
Do
that.
we know he's in it?
Yeah, he's in it.
Or is it like, is he just at the end? Because we don't know. Because at the end of Doctor Strange, Thor is in Doctor Strange's office or
Spoiler.
whatever. And they're talking and like, I guess they're gonna try to go find his father because his father's missing. But you don't know if that's like gonna happen before or after.
I wonder if he's gonna be
Ra-
Uncle
Ra-
Tony. He's gonna give him his powers back or some shit. Oh, you need this new fucking hammer. made by me, my magic. Take these tights too.
Oh,
That sounds extra
that's how
pornographic.
Tony does.
Wear this wig.
Yeah, get them locks back.
Yeah, get them locked back.
Oh, since we're on the MCU already,
Uh-oh.
fucking Stitch talking shit. I wasn't here. talking about Ronda Rousey, which is fine.
I don't even know her.
Because she's she's a nobody right now. But you were talking about how
Who is she?
her being a nobody and then being on Captain Marvel, how Marvel's using all these A-list actors. No, they fucking don't.
No. Rewind it a little
That's
bit.
what you said.
Rewind it.
You said they were using A-list actors to act in these roles.
I was citing from our previous conversation about a year ago when everyone except you were kind of neutral about it, but I rewound and listened to the episode where everyone was all happy because Rhonda likes Marvel. She likes Captain Marvel, so she should get the role, and I think it'd be a good idea. And I was the one saying, fuck that. She can't act. I want good actors and actresses playing the roles of
And
superheroes.
you said A-list actors. You said it on the last podcast.
I don't know where you're trying to paint me in the corner on this. I see this movie. You're trying to checkmate
I'm
me.
just telling you what you said.
I like actors playing roles on my
Why are you
movies.
changing it? I don't understand.
Because you're trying to get me to say something specific.
You already said it. You said they use A-list actors
Just double down on it. Just double down on it.
in Marvel.
It'll be fine.
Well,
I like actors playing in roles in movies. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, look, Marvel has a history of using nobodies in fucking Marvel films that are somebodies now. Chadwick Boseman, nobody fucking knew who the fuck that he was before that, except for like Jackie Robinson. Basically, somebody black. People that are black knew who the fuck he was.
That's what I said. That's why I didn't want to get paid.
Yeah.
But he was an actor.
Don't know where you're going with this.
Oh, it doesn't really matter.
Was he an actor beforehand?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
He
that he's
wasn't
an
action
actor,
star.
or was he an
Wasn't
athlete?
an action star.
But he's an actor.
It doesn't
not
mean
an
he's not
athlete.
an action
There's a
star.
difference between an athlete and being an actor to me.
Batista was in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. He was an
Okay.
athlete.
True.
Thank you.
Okay. One. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, but I'm just talking about other people that have like very little acting experience.
Okay, and I
that have
can
been in
list.
these other roles.
I can list. I think there's 50-something other actors that actually have like Oscar.
But it doesn't matter. What you said was factually inaccurate. It's not all A-list actors that are in these roles. They're
I didn't say.
actors-
I didn't. Did I say 100% of? I didn't put an absolute on it.
You said they use A-list actors.
They
but
use
don't-
actors. I
That's-
want my movies to have
You
actors.
said A-list actors though, but they're not using A-list actors all the time.
Actors.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
like having actors. What I said originally was actors in our
What's
in
on
dated
the,
things.
What's in the box? What's on that list?
You wanted
I'm sorry, a list of
action.
non A-list actors.
Are they actors or athletes?
A list of actors that made their name from that role in Marvel is what I wrote down. And all of them were nobodies before they fucking came to these roles.
wait.
But they were actors.
You had a
alright?
list?
Yeah, I
He
have
got,
a list.
he got a list
Yeah.
right there. I see
Oh,
A
it.
whole bunch of actors that came from Marvel.
Let's
and
hear
shit.
the list.
Yes, good.
Well,
the
you can
list.
talk fucking Chadwick Boseman was a nobody. We still don't know who the fuck Brie Larson is. I still can't name one.
Does she-
Brie
I
Larson
can't-
won
Does she
an-
have an
I can't-
Oscar?
She does have an Oscar.
But she has an Oscar.
We haven't. She's
Hold on.
It doesn't matter. We all don't watch these
No.
Oscar movies.
No, we're
hold
not
on.
doing this. We're
So
not doing
wait.
this.
Just to say,
No, goddamn
has
it.
everybody seen
They're
21
compared-
Jump Street?
I've seen
Fuck.
it.
Have
Every-
you? That's not.
I've seen
Did
it.
you or did you not?
Fuck everything you're talking about.
Did you or did you not?
Nobody knows who Brie Larson is, and
She
no,
was
wait,
in
wait, wait,
the-
wait,
The
wait.
Academy does. we don't know.
No.
The Academy.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail, but holy shit, nobody on this planet has seen that movie that she won that Oscar for.
Not
Tell me
me.
the goddamn plot.
Here.
Doesn't matter if
I
I've
don't
seen
care
it or
about
not.
it.
Did you? Did you?
I haven't
No.
seen Fences.
You didn't even
I didn't
answer the
see
question.
Fences. I didn't see fucking what's that
Numbers.
sing
I
song
didn't
movie?
even see
No,
Moonlight.
no, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
La La
wait,
Land.
wait.
I didn't see La La Land.
Wait,
Whoa, whoa,
wait.
whoa.
Those movies still broke like 100 million box office and whatnot.
So
This movie, Mishka saw Fences, a whole bunch of people saw Fences. Nobody saw this one that she won that Oscar
but
for.
the movie that a lot of people did see her in was 21 Jump Street, which she is in.
I don't remember her. I still don't know what the fuck she even.
She
even
was
when I
the
see
main-
it, I'm looking at it right now, and I still don't know who the fuck she is.
She was the main love interest for Jonah Hill's character.
It wasn't her movie. She wasn't top billing, goddamn.
But she was one of the top 3 that had this like third most lines
And
in the
nobody
fucking
remembers
movie.
her from.
Only
She's
movie I know
also in
she's been
Scott.
in.
She's also in
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Still don't know who the fuck she is.
I still didn't know. Yeah.
Like Stitch says, the Academy
The
does.
Academy
I don't give a fuck.
I could have walked by
I
this woman.
couldn't
in
tell
the
you a
middle of the street,
software program.
and I would
Keep
not know what she
going with
does.
the list. Keep going with the list.
You
Who
gonna
else you got?
stop saying the Academy knows her.
Yeah,
They
they
know
do.
she's in that
They knows
fucking
you.
movie.
That's
goddamn it.
factual. The Academy
Yeah,
knows.
she won an award over her other acting peers, motherfucker. So what? Say something.
Hilarious.
Let's see if
Fuck the
she's.
Academy.
Let's see if she's on the
I don't give a
Fappening.
fuck about the
Or
Academy.
is she on the Fappening? I
I'll
guess
check
that's the
real
only
quick.
thing that
Anyway,
really made.
sorry, go
Wait,
ahead.
anyway, yeah,
I
what's on
think
the
the
list?
Academy knows A-list actors before we would know them.
Keep going with the list. Keep
Chris
going.
Hemsworth was a fucking nobody,
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
and he was top billed as Thor. He
Yeah.
was a fucking nobody.
He was. So the movie he did before Thor came out was Star Trek.
Well then,
He plays George Kirk.
He does.
I would say.
I knew that, but he was still fucking nobody.
Yep, he was nobody.
But
What's the
he's an
name who
actor.
plays
That's a kidney
Iron
shot.
Man?
Yeah.
He's an actor.
The guy that played Iron Man. Nobody really knew
Everybody
him either.
knew who
Rodney
Rodney
Downey
Downey
Jr.
Jr.
Yeah,
No,
He was an 80s star.
But his
Yeah.
career was in the shit.
No, it wasn't a shit.
It wasn't a
everybody,
shit, but people knew who he was.
Everybody knew he got high as fuck all the fucking time.
Yeah, they knew he did hella
Yeah.
coke, but they still knew who the fuck he was.
He was basically Charlie Sheen level bad boy of
Oh, yeah.
Hollywood before this role.
Yeah.
And arguably Chris Evans.
Not even arguably. Not even arguably. I'm going with that.
Yeah, but
I'm sure all these
knew
people.
he was in Fantastic Four because they shit on him.
I'm still sure all these people went before the director and had to read lines and then earn the part rather than just be asked, "I want this part. Can I have it?"
So Ronda Rousey also did acting before that. She's not a good actor, I'll give you that, but she was in movies. She was in fucking Fast and the Furious, and there was a couple other movies too. She was in movies before that. So, yeah, she was an actor. There you go. Okay. Get your fucking argument out of here.
Well, this summer when I'm in my little Tribeca thing, I'll consider myself an actor, too. And I'll go fucking try to be Spider-Man. If we gonna set the bar that low.
Hey, man.
Did you audition, though? Did you read lines, though?
I didn't have to read lines.
That was your requirement.
It's a document. In a documentary, you don't have to read lines. In a documentary, you don't have to read lines.
So now in a documentary, they're actors now, huh? You don't know how documentaries work, bro?
I was in one, so I think I would know how it worked. If they're asking my feelings on something, I don't need to read a line.
Reading lines, that makes you not an actor.
If I'm a part in the,
you're not acting.
I'm still.
Are you pretending to be somebody else?
Nah,
that's not acting.
I'm still an actor.
What is it? Does the chat have anything to say about this?
I'm recognized.
Stitch, you was doing so good, and then you just fucked it all up.
They're asking who is the best actor to play Batman. It's Kevin Conroy.
Well, I mean, I can't hate on that. I really can't.
That's tough, though.
My opinion, I know.
I can't hate on that.
That's tough.
You know, I didn't really have a problem with Affleck. I really didn't. But
he killed people, though, bro.
He did. I don't blame him.
I just rewatched
I blame the
shit.
script and Snyder.
Yeah. And he was dumb as fuck. He couldn't detect shit.
Yeah, he got manipulated by Luther.
If I was peeing on his shoes, he'd be like, "Where the fuck I come from?"
Wait a minute. Wait, who's dumb? I'm confused. We're saying that Affleck's dumb? Because I thought Bale was dumber than Affleck.
No, I'm talking about as far as
Batman.
Yeah, as far as him being the Batman. I'm not saying in person. He might be dumb in person.
No. I'm turning. Playing the role.
Yeah.
You guys rank. Because I thought Bale was dumber than Affleck was.
Really?
Well, he could detect shit.
Yeah, he figured shit out. Bale had at least a step or two in front of some people. Fucking this Batman was behind people. One of them fucking stole shit from him, like right under his nose.
We get introduced by Catwoman just faking to be a caterer and just prancing around the house, stealing his family jewels or whatever.
Whoa.
He gets his keys for his Lambo pickpocketed from his thing.
Did that too, though.
She did. She stole. But
I'm still going on Bale. Then we watch Bane literally walk into his fucking company.
This is retired Batman. This is after
like 10 years later.
His bones and shit were aching, so he wasn't like really Batman. He was like all worn out at that point.
True.
Yeah,
his brain was all worn out.
Dude, he stayed in.
he got fucked up over years.
Dude,
he stayed in seclusion.
He was suffering from CTE.
No,
he might have.
Basically,
yeah, he would be actually.
Yeah, because like he stayed inside the house, like he never went outside, like he was like
so much so that his muscles were like degraded.
Yeah, and all of his not his tendons, but the cartilage between his legs and stuff were all fucked up. That's why you had to get like that metal.
I don't understand how that has to do with him letting a criminal into his house as a caterer.
Well, because
he's not up on that shit anymore. He's retired.
This is the first time in like a decade that someone is fucking with him.
It was a company party inside of his house. He wasn't even there.
And then Bane bankrupts his whole fucking industry in front of him. And he's fucking doesn't own shit.
Dark Knight is a bad example.
Dark Knight was so bad.
That wasn't Bane. That was Natalia. And that's in the comic books. That shit happens too.
We literally watch Bane go into Wall Street with an iPad, plug it into the fucking stock market, and then the next day Batman shows up to work and is like, I don't understand why I don't have any money.
No, it wasn't Bane. Bane was a fucking puppet. It wasn't him doing it.
Bane was the one that shot up the stock exchange.
Bane was a smart person doing that shit. Somebody else is doing it. Bane was just a fucking pawn. Or not a pawn in the fucking game. So you can't say Bane was smarter than Batman. He was just following somebody else's order.
So I'm going to say, for me,
anyway.
I still like Keaton, but special shout out to Bruce Greenwood.
Who?
Bruce Greenwood.
The original Batman?
No, he's not the original Batman.
Old Batman.
So he plays Batman in Young Justice.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was Jason.
You think he's better than Kevin Conroy, though?
No, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, because that's kind of not fair. Kevin Conroy did it for like 2 decades. Actually, 3 decades. Yeah, 3 decades. Bruce Greenwood only did it for 2 seasons of Young Justice. So
now that I think about it, that was a shitty Bane in Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, he was.
I like
Tom on. Compared to Batman and Robin's Bane.
Well, at least the one in fucking Batman and Robin, it was more accurate. The motherfucker in the other one didn't even use Venom. I'm like, how the fuck you gonna be Bane? Don't use Venom.
Oh yeah, he did not use Venom.
Yeah. I mean, the only good thing is he broke his back. That was necessary.
The one thing I was gonna say, the thing with with not Matt Damon.
Ben Affleck.
Batfleck?
Ben Affleck's Batman. It was sad. He was old. Like I didn't like that point because he's like at least like in his late 50s, and everybody else is like maybe their 30s, 20s ish. So Batman's already retired and stuff. So how he's gonna be part of the Justice League when he's already like
Hella old.
hella old? Yeah, can't even fight really.
They got issues. They got a lot of
Yeah,
issues.
I mean, yeah. This is like after the Nightfall storyline as well, because Wayne Manor's destroyed.
Well, we don't really know.
How do you assume Nightfall? Because the
Wayne Manor's blown up, and he lives on that lake house.
why would you assume that it was the Nightfall protocol though?
Why else would the Wayne
Because
Manor be
he's still
destroyed?
there.
Yeah.
He's on the lake.
But he's still there in the public's eye. The Nightfall protocol means that he's gone. He has to disappear. He has to fake his own death.
We don't know anything
He's still
about
throwing parties. He's still going to parties and shit.
the DC for the DC extended universe. We don't know what time period we're in. We know supposedly a Robin. We don't know which fucking one has been killed.
Actually, we do.
We know which one. Who?
Yeah, it's Jason Todd.
Yeah, because in Suicide Squad,
They say Jason.
yeah, on the list when they show Harley Quinn, they show her rap sheet, and on there it says that she killed Jason Todd Robin.
I thought it was just Robin. Okay.
I believe
Yeah.
it said Jason Todd Robin.
Yeah, I remember I brought that up during Suicide
Yeah.
Squad when they showed that
Okay.
that blip at the
My
very
bad.
beginning,
My bad.
which
I
they
didn't know
just went boom boom, and I was like, that was important. Why did you floss over that in like a half a second to
Yeah,
make
we-
it
we
unreadable?
It was a terrible fucking movie.
I agree. That was your fucking bay.
It was fun.
I thought it was,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was Harley in it.
decent.
I really
You
enjoyed
were
Harley
you were
Quinn.
swooning about that shit.
Hey,
It was a
Purple Lamborghini.
Yeah, it was a good action movie, but we all admit that the DCEU needs to get their shit together.
I was in Pandora hating on that motherfucker.
God damn.
Gave no fucks on that.
Loved it. Where do we go with? Oh,
Do you know what?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I actually checked out the Power Ranger movie this week. I know O Ninja, you saw it.
Yes, I've seen it.
And it was good. I mean, I had a few problems with it, but it was a pretty good movie compared to like the older ones. But yeah, I had a little issues with
I
it.
thought you guys talked about it last week. no?
Yeah, we did.
I did.
just
but
wanted to say
I was the
saw
only
it
one. I was the only one that's seen it. Same thing with Ghost in the Shell. Prodigy was the only one who's seen it.
Yeah.
Except I saw it 2 nights ago.
He synced
So,
it.
yeah, I've seen it as well. But I own the original anime.
I want to watch
there's-
that
there's
that
some
space movie
shit.
coming out.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah,
Alien?
Valerian.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Valerian?
No, I was
Valerian,
thinking the
Alien,
one with
there's a
Ryan
couple.
Reynolds where they
Oh, Life.
Oh, Life.
Life. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's already out.
Yeah, I want to go check that out.
I'm gonna go
No,
check
we
this
see an
Valerian.
alien so I can hear you scream like a little bitch.
I will.
Well, I was gonna say with the Power Rangers, I thought my problem was gonna be because I hadn't said this on the show that they talk without their mask on, and I felt like that's fucking weird. They shouldn't be doing that. But when they only do it when they're in the Zords, which was kind of okay for me.
Yeah, because they do talk when they have the mask and they do their little
Which is
fight.
when you probably should wear it because you're in a vehicle, and if it crashes, you need
Yeah.
a helmet. But anyway,
Yeah. Well, they have the helmet, but it's like they have a visor and the visor's up. So that's the main
still
thing.
get smashed in the fucking face. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Wasn't as Rita was fucking hot though.
She
Holy
fucked people
shit.
up, and like I forgot, like I said, she does kill people.
Mm,
She murdered the shit out of that doc dude.
when she's like collecting gold to make her Godar. Man, it's a good movie. I guess you definitely check it out.
We got a cable.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
For
Oh.
Deadpool.
It's Thanos.
Wait, what?
Sable.
Josh
Brolin has
Brolin.
been cast as Cable in Deadpool.
You look
2.
confused, like you didn't know
No, I
you were
didn't.
going to talk about this.
No, I was gonna play a little skit like, wait, you can't have the same person as another person, the same fucking universe.
I guess
Time,
it's
space
separate. The
continuum.
MCU versus Fox's fucking whatever they're trying to do.
They're gonna troll the fuck out of that in the movie.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Maybe that's why they did it, because that's actually kind of funny.
Well, the funny part is that only people that know about Thanos is so Death is in love with
yeah.
Deadpool, and Thanos is in love with Death. So that's gonna be real fucking weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes.
They
that
can,
could
yeah,
do.
they can do like some real deep fucking trolling there.
And if he has a new love interest in this one, because you never know. You know what I mean? This could
Yeah.
be a few years later.
True.
He does date quite a few ladies of mistresses of death, or what was the other one?
I can't remember, but I still think that chick was a Marina, whatever her name is,
Marina,
Oh,
yeah.
the
hot-
Marina Bacarian.
the hot
do
chick with the
anything.
long neck. Yeah, I think she's Death.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
down for it. She
Really?
can do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't she a nurse in Deadpool 1?
No,
or
she
something?
was a stripper.
Yeah, she's
Oh
a
yeah,
stripper.
yeah, she was a
She was a
stripper.
hooker.
Still think she's
Yeah.
Death.
What the fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, she was a hooker,
She
yeah.
hooked. Like, that was the whole- how did you miss that?
No, I mean,
I just remember
once
him
you said
trying to-
that made sense because she did come up to him a proposition about having sex. He's like, all I have is a $2 gift card
Yeah,
to like
that was a
Froyo
whole
or
that
something
was a
like
whole
that.
joke with her
Yeah.
fucking selling that twat, and I was like, how much?
I just remember
She
her
became a
strapping up
stripper.
on him. That's all.
Or maybe she wasn't even a stripper. I think she was just being a server.
That's
at that
hustling
point.
backwards if you go from being a stripper to a whore to a stripper. So you figure there's more money in horn.
Oh yeah, yeah. Not much.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you
Normally
want
you
to be
progress your way up. You're like, okay, I'm stripping, but I can make more money if I was selling this twat, as Prodigy puts it.
I mean, maybe you want to be respectable.
Like, hey, I got this casting couch. You can.
Look, ain't nothing wrong with horn.
Yeah, it's
Just
respectable
saying.
shit.
Yeah, oldest profession.
Working ladies. So are y'all down for this? I mean, are you excited?
Oh yeah, I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Josh Brolin's a more than capable actor. So
I wonder what the budget's gonna be for Deadpool 2.
Oh, it's gonna be more than Deadpool 1. I know that.
How much
yeah.
was it? Was like 10,000 for Deadpool 1, something like that.
oh shit.
Well, I know they use Adobe Premiere for editing the movie.
Wow.
Which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They better have that one Indian guy in there. He was hilarious.
Yeah, it was.
Uh,
I still want to see Stephen
Pinder?
Lang. As,
Yeah, I
Kinda
did.
cool.
I think Stephen Lang would have been great because he's pretty young for your old
It
ass.
didn't even seem like he was in like the discussions or whatever, because they released like 3 or 4 names. One of them that caught me off guard was the guy from Boardwalk Empire, that detective guy. Did you watch Boardwalk Empire? Am I the only one that's seen that?
You're the
No.
only one.
Oh
yeah.
goddamn!
They had
All
Brad Pitt on there too, though.
right. Really? I forgot.
on the
I
short
had to look
list.
to see what
That
names that
could've
they had.
I mean, he is older. It's weird to think of him, but he's
Yeah.
like over
Yeah,
50
he is
now.
older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The budget for Deadpool was $58 million.
which is like nothing for a Hollywood movie.
Yep, especially with how much it made.
Yeah, they blew it away in
Yeah,
first
I mean-
opening weekend.
$790 million.
Worldwide
Damn.
Doesn't
or
say.
domestic?
I think that's worldwide.
That's probably worldwide. Still, that's still a
Straight
shit ton
cash.
of money.
Yeah,
How much
fuck
did
yeah.
Get Out?
Yeah. Well, while he's looking that up, I heard you got a problem with America, Kronos. What the hell?
Damn, Get Out was only $4.5 million for that movie.
Did you hear
And
about
it
that?
made over 100 million
What?
in 2 weeks.
I know for the Get Out, their budget was only $4.5 million.
Oh, okay, sorry, I had to hear that. Yeah. So the America comic. No, I already talked about it. I know I already talked about it.
Yeah,
But
you're
I-
talking about issue 2.
Issue 2 was shitty as well. I read that today because it came up on Facebook again, and then it was still in my pull. And I usually give a comic more than one to win me over. But I knew from the first one I was gonna hate the rest. But I got the second one. The storyline was even worse. Like, it made less sense. She ended up in. Sorry, get over this fucking being sick. Don't want to cough and shit on the mic. Anyway, for some reason she's in World War II era. She punched Hitler, and that's where it stopped. And then the next issue starts. She's still in the same era, and Captain America's there. And then Peggy, whatever her name is,
Carter.
Peggy Carter?
Yeah, and then they were like talking, and it was just really poorly written.
Doesn't sound interesting.
Yeah, it
at
didn't
all.
make any sense, and her being in World War II only lasts for like a couple of pages. Then she was back in her timeline, and then they were like talking. There was like some teenagers from like her world, but they didn't explain where the fuck she was from, so I didn't get it either. Like what universe she was from or what world she was from, and apparently they were like tracking her through like some app, and I was like, nothing made fucking sense, like at all, and I was just like, what the fuck?
I already had questions. So wait, was she alive during the 40s or did she travel back in time?
She traveled back in time somehow, which they don't really explain.
Okay.
Not everybody's able to write superhero comics. Goddamn.
Yeah.
That just needs to be flat out fucking said. The other thing is, just from a historical perspective, taking the shine away from Stephen Rogers, Captain America punching Hitler,
Yeah.
is fucking disrespectful as fuck. I don't care who the fuck you are, new age, old school, whatever. That's disrespectful because that was an important moment, not only for comics, but for American history.
If it was a joke, I could, like, if Deadpool did it,
Yeah,
it'd be kind
Deadpool,
of funny.
yeah, you're right.
But
But it sounds like that was serious.
yeah, and I was just like, it
Fuck
seemed
you.
like really fucking dumb.
Yeah, what if you're misreading? Like, maybe this is supposed to be a comedic.
No, it definitely wasn't. And then
No, the whole series. I mean,
no, if it's comedy, it's even fucking worse. And
I
then
don't know how to read it.
and then they had briefly some of the villains were basically white privileged kids in college. I was just
how's
like,
that villainous?
are you fucking serious? Like, are we doing this right now?
Because they're white and in college?
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, man, you can't do this fucking shit. It was just so fucking bad, man. I just stop making the fucking, like, how the fuck did we lose Nighthawk, and apparently now we're losing Power Man and Iron Fist, and we got this piece of shit.
Dude, find the writer's name. Like, I mean, you shit on it. Her name needs to be out there. I thought it was Gabby something. I know she's a gay Latina woman. Not that there's anything wrong with that per se, but if she's shitty, she's shitty. Call her out by fucking name. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to say this real quickly. For the Injustice War Zones comic, I don't know if anybody is still fucking... Did you find it? found the name, Kronos?
Is it Warzone or is it Ground Zero?
Or Ground Zero, I'm
Okay.
sorry. Ground Zero comic. Can I give some quick props about
Yeah.
something? What's her name?
It's Gabby Rivera. Look, if you're wherever you write from, you need to go back to what you were doing. Don't write for comics anymore. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you need to work on your writing skills for comic books. Wherever you came from, it's not transferring over very well to comics, and you need to either find a mentor that knows how to write comics, or just go back to what the fuck you were doing. Because this comic is fucking awful. I wanted to love it, and you fucked up a character that I loved from these other comic books, and there's really no goddamn excuse for that. And what made it even worse is that I went back, I read the Ultimates, which she's in, and the character in that is so fucking different from the character in this fucking piece of shit. Like, I don't understand your source material. It's like somebody gave you the premise of a character that's an established character, and you just read the parts that you liked about the character, and then you just left the rest behind, and then just made up your own shit. You can't fucking do that. It's like reading about Captain America and then just like only believing in like the parts that you like, but then changing the whole rest of his shit. Like all of a sudden, like he, I don't know, like works at a Starbucks or some shit, or he wants to go back. He wants to be a college professor or something like that.
Oh,
It's like
boy.
that's not what he's about. Like, you
Become
know,
a history teacher.
yeah.
That's weird.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Gabby. But on Injustice, one of the things I really want to give credit to, they're telling the story of Injustice, which we all kind of dug from Harley Quinn's perspective, and they're doing a fucking bang up job. Yeah. My biggest knock on more recent Harley, they actually solved. They truly depict her not being able to help herself with her toxic ass relationship with the Joker, and going right back into it. And I was like, okay, this is Harley Quinn, and doing evil fucked up shit and feeling sorry and bad, but not just goody two shoes Harley. I loved it. I'm on like 9 issues in, and
Like,
I can't wait.
Where does the comic take place at?
It's literally on the right where Injustice does, but from Harley's perspective, with her being with Joker when she tricks Superman and going through the major events, and it's just fucking fun, man. So I can't recommend that strongly enough.
I'll borrow
man.
those from you.
Yeah, dude, I'll bring them in.
I have them too. Yeah, I just
yeah,
haven't read them yet.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
You got all my
'cause,
comics. You got a whole shitload on my comics though.
I know, I'm still reading them.
Yeah.
But no, I was gonna say, yeah, Injustice 2 actually dropped today. I think digitally only though. I'm not sure if it's available in the comic book shops
Wasn't
yet.
my pull, so.
But yeah, I read the first 2 pages and it looked interesting. Basically, it's Batman talking with Superman, and Superman gets pissed and he punches some glass and breaks his hand.
I think DC animated needs
Wait,
to.
Batman
actually-
punches the glass, or
No,
Superman?
Superman punches the glass
And he
breaks his
hurt,
hand.
and he cuts his hand up.
Yeah, he
breaks his hand.
fucks up his hand because
glass?
he's in a room of with red light
Oh, okay.
or red
Okay.
UV or whatever, so he doesn't have his powers.
Okay.
DC animated needs to do this story.
They do.
Yeah.
It would be fun as fuck, even to go through just year 1 of True Injustice. You know,
This need to be an animated series. Like,
it'd be fun
there's
as
so
shit.
the content is so fucking thick that this could be like a good maybe 5 or 6 seasons.
It's one of the best stories that I'm not seeing any attention on. It's so fucking weird. Like,
Yeah.
I go to comic shops that literally don't carry it.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
And the game is a bestseller too. Like,
Yeah.
and Injustice 2 is dropping. I'm excited about that. The Flash is doing. Did you see the Flash's super move or finishing move?
Yeah, it was dope.
Holy fuck! He's rushing back in time and like bouncing a Grodd off of a dinosaur, and then Future Flash is kicking his. It looks.
That's Super Harambe.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
your ass ain't reading comics, old man.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm reading. I was actually reading the Poe Dameron comics, but I'm like a couple issues behind.
There's a new Darth Maul comic. I read the first one. The second one, I think, just came out. I gotta read it.
Yeah, I heard about that as well. There's also the Thrawn book, which is supposed to have a small tie to the Maul book, but I don't know how big. I think it's just one minor character. We'll see.
And there's also Seven to Eternity dropped today, which is one of my favorite new comics of the year, really. It's a great comic by Image, so if y'all see it, definitely get it or wait for the trade. Trade should be out soon, so I think this is number 5.
I saw the trade at Cape and Cow.
Oh, it did come out?
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you should be in a good point to get it. The other thing that was kind of weird to me. Did you ever read that Rebirth Deathstroke yet?
I haven't caught up yet. I'm 3 fucking behind.
Okay, when you do, let me know, because I'm very confused about a brand new black character, or who I thought was new.
Okay.
And that's Power Girl is in here.
Oh, yeah. You're talking. Okay. Yeah. We talked about that.
And her similarities to other characters are right there and very apparent. it sounds like she may have been first over some other black young girls that are brilliant and went to MIT. Hint, hint.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time that DC or Marvel have ripped off their own characters. So.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, it seems fun. I always love Slade.
Yeah.
All right, where else we going, gentlemen?
We didn't. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you guys want to touch on a little bit on anime?
Well, I was gonna say,
Yeah. There's a lot of new anime that came out.
Wait,
Yeah.
did y'all do your recap on the SVVR yet? Or?
That's what I was gonna bring up, but yeah. I'm
I
trying to
wanna-
remember.
Yeah. Well, no, because I was just gonna say the new Boruto came out last week. Have you had a chance to watch it?
I watched it in the second one. Second one came out
I
today.
haven't watched the second one yet. But the first episode was pretty good for a pilot episode. But yeah, it basically starts off with if you haven't watched it, too bad. Spoiler alert.
Holy shit.
There's a scene. It takes place in the Hidden Leaf Village, and the whole fucking city is destroyed. And it's a city now. It's no longer like a fucking town. Like it's sprouted outside of like the little crater that it's in right now. But yeah, the whole fucking city destroyed. All of the Hokages, the Mount Rushmore of Hokages is fucking destroyed. And you see Boruto there, and he's older. He's probably like in his teens, like late teens.
Sorry, can you tell for the folks who don't watch that anime who Boruto is?
So Boruto is the son of Naruto and Hinata, and they hint on on him having Hinata's ability to use her eye. Can't remember what her vision thing is called.
Is she a waifu?
It's a Bakugan.
Yeah, Bakugan. Yeah, she's thick and she's got some animated titties.
Thick with 2 C's?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it starts off with him like fucking. He's got like a badass scar on his face.
Literally thought that said hentai Henyaga.
You need glasses.
Mine
No, wait,
does.
you have glasses.
I need to.
But yeah, but it basically starts off that way, and then it cuts like 10 years before, and it shows him like going to the Jinnin school for the first time. Yeah,
It was a Ninja Academy.
yeah, Ninja Academy. Yeah. But yeah, just he runs into like some nerdy kid, and who's like the father's like some rich guy. But yeah, so far the storyline is pretty fucking cool. Like I'm enjoying it.
And do I have to watch a whole lot of Naruto non-filler to even know where we are?
No, not really.
No, you don't.
No, because
You
this
could
is
just start new?
another story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
might do that.
I mean, he's in there. Like Naruto's in this world. It's just that he's not the main focus of the show.
So it won't be quite as rich for me not watching, but I can still enjoy it.
Yeah, the only thing you're gonna miss are like references either to the past or you're not gonna understand. You're not gonna know, so it's not really gonna matter. But the fact that characters that we know and love from like the last series, they all had kids, and it's like, well, who had kids with who? And that's part of the fun.
Okay.
It's
That's
like
true.
figuring out who had kids with who.
Who fucked who?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But also, what's also cool is that you kind of get to see like the relationship between Naruto and his son, because Naruto didn't have a family, but he has a family now. Like he has a son and a daughter, but his relationship with his son is kind of strange. So you see that his son hates his father, which is Naruto, who's like the coolest guy ever, basically. Like everybody in town loves him.
He's basically a black dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's never at home. Yeah, he's never at home.
Basically.
Oh, that's so bad.
Like in the movie, he sends one of his shadow clones to his daughter's birthday,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
and then like it goes poof while he's carrying the cake.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I might watch this. I've been reluctant, but now if I can just jump in.
You don't have to catch up with 800 episodes. You only
Yeah.
have 2.
I can do
So,
that.
there you go.
2 I can fucking handle.
Yeah, so Naruto or Boruto had a great start. Another new anime that I just got into is My Hero Academia. I know season 2 had just started,
Sounds familiar.
but I just started watching season 1. I fucking love this anime. It reminds me of like a combination of One Punch Man and sort of like Naruto too, because they're going to school. Or actually, it's almost Assassination Classroom.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
kind of like what it's like, and it's in this world where 80% of the people on the planet have superpowers, and they're called quirks.
Yeah.
And this kid is going to school, and he wants to be a hero, like this hero. This guy's name is All Might. I think it's All Might, isn't it?
All Might or Almighty? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
And basically, All Might is basically one Punch Man. He's basically One Punch, but he looks cooler. But this kid, he doesn't have any powers. He has no quirks, but he still wants to go. He wants to go
Batman.
to school. Yeah, well, he wants to go to school to be a hero, and everybody's telling him he can't do it. Even his mom, because he has no quirks.
Yeah.
And basically, it's his story on how he becomes a hero.
What episode
So
are you
he's
on
like
now?
Ramen Rider.
Like 4 or 5.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Or like Rock Lee, because he doesn't have he can't do jiu-jitsu.
I don't think Ramen Rider didn't have any powers.
Oh no.
No, he just rode his bike with the belt.
Actually, everybody in like the academy didn't have powers. They just were like either super strong, other than like the girl with like the telekinesis, the green chick.
A sassy girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody really had powers in One Punch Man.
This little sidekick dude, little cyborg guy was zooming through the air.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Cyborg. They were like, I guess they were kind of like powers. Yeah.
One quick anime term.
Oh.
I just learned this shit today.
Oh shit!
It's not an anime term. It's a Japanese term.
Sorry,
You fucking
yes.
racist bastard.
Same difference, right? No, I'm fucking with you.
shit.
We love you, Japan. I'm gonna try to pronounce the Japanese word, even though I'm gonna fuck it up. Zatai Ryoki, also known as Kronos mentioned in his opening, absolute territory. What is that? It's the term coined by the Japanese for the area of the flesh between the bottom of the skirt or panties and the top of the thigh highs. That awesome place. You know
Magical
what I'm talking
place.
about. Magical thigh meat.
Especially when they're
It's
extra thick.
That, like
With
that,
two
that
C's.
Wagyu beef,
Oh, man. That's gonna be-
Sometimes
thick with the marbling and
Sometimes if you look just right, you can get that leg gap to see straight through.
Man, that's my religion right
yeah,
now.
the sun hits it just right.
Yeah.
But y'all are watching
Holy
Attack on
shit.
Titan too.
Yeah, do we
as
talk
well?
about that?
No, I
No.
mentioned it briefly last week, but y'all are caught
Yeah,
up.
well,
right?
so
God damn,
it
it was so
debuted on April 1st, so everyone was talking shit. We were actually at a panel, and Blue pulled it up on Crunchyroll that the video was available. I don't know if season 2 or episode 2 is even up.
Yes, out.
Is it up? Okay. I haven't
Already
seen
watched
it
it.
yet.
It's real good. God damn it.
It's bloody as fuck.
Oh
Holy
yeah,
shit.
the end of the first episode, I felt so bad. I
Yeah.
was like, man. Basically, you watch somebody get eaten alive, and he was like, no. Like I felt bad because he was like a badass character.
Yeah, he
But
was.
You gotta watch it to see.
This is another one of those animes, at least in my opinion, that even if you say you don't really fuck with anime, you can just watch this one.
Yeah,
It
it'll
does-
make you squirm in your seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it has real quasi horror, just bloody
Oh, yeah.
goreness, but a great plot
Quasi
and story.
horror. It's pretty graphic.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not like Berserk.
When I fucking
Oh.
that one Titan threw the fucking horse at that dude, I was like, damn.
No. When he fucking talked,
Oh,
I
that
was
shit,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Well, no, because you just hear him say like, "Wait," and you're like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" And all of a sudden, the hairy fucking Bigfoot-looking motherfucker comes over and starts talking to each. I'm like, "What the fuck
with
is going
full
on?"
command of the others.
Yes.
I was like, holy shit.
Especially when it's like, oh, you're not listening. Squash.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you can speak English or some shit."
Dude, season 1 was so good. I'm glad that it's finally out. Hopefully they're going to top season 1.
Oh, I hope
Fucking
so.
loving it.
Holy shit!
So far
Yeah.
they have.
All right.
What's crazy is that they know about the Titans in the wall, which is kind of like some people know that there's Titans in the wall. which
Wait,
is
how
fucking
many
crazy.
walls are there? There's got to be only one goddamn wall left, right? Or
No,
two?
there's
No,
a
there's
whole bunch of
bunch.
walls left.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
a whole bunch.
Oh yeah.
I'm tripping. I thought there were 3 in the first season.
Well, if
Well, there's layers of walls, right?
Yeah.
But those
Okay.
walls are huge.
That's
I
right.
think there's
Okay.
like 5 layers of the walls before you
Yeah.
get to like the center part, and I think like,
Gotcha.
but then even at the walls, there's like another section of like a wall where like the little towns are in.
Gotcha.
So
Okay. That's
it's-
why I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
But apparently, all the walls are made out of Titans.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
they kind of alluded to that. I don't know if you pay attention, but they were saying that basically that's the reason why they can't get through. The Titans can't get through is because it's made out of the special Titan skin.
Gotcha.
That's why they can't penetrate the walls. That's why the only time they breach the walls are at the. The hell is that?
the fuck you watching porn for right now during the cast, bruh?
Anytime they turn fucking sound off.
Yeah.
It was like some video popped up.
Yeah,
the
turn the
video.
sound off. Anyway,
Fapping?
if you notice all the animes when they breach the walls, they're not actually breaching the wall. They're breaching like where the fucking doors are. Because that's the only part where they can actually. Because that's not made out of a Titan. And apparently there's different kinds of Titans because they were
yeah.
saying don't let the sunlight hit this fucking Titan in the wall.
Yep.
They didn't say why. They said just don't let it happen.
They had to cover that dude up with a bed sheet. Make
Yeah.
sure
Well,
she
yeah,
fucking
'cause-
like to him.
In season 1, they had 2 specific Titans that stood out: the armored Titan, and then the one with no skin, the colossal
Oh,
Titan.
There's
Yeah.
more now, bruh.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I figured.
there's animals because they showed in the intro. There's like a whale flying around, a fucking alligator flying around, a big ass monkey.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with the show. It's so
Yeah.
crazy.
They
But
done evolved.
I was gonna say what's crazy too is that like I couldn't remember what happened to the female from the last one. Did she die or did they
No,
just
she
like knock
encased
her out?
herself in some crystal shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was confused. I was like, wait, I thought she was dead.
and that's what the walls are made out of.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's
Makes
fucking
perfect
crazy.
sense. You gotta watch this one, Stitch. I want to get
It
your
sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
so it
impression.
was on Netflix. I don't know if it
Still
is
is.
anymore.
It still is.
Okay.
Yeah, I told a
So
bunch
yeah,
of people
you
about
can
it.
watch.
I would
It's
check
like
that out.
half-hour episodes. I believe.
Okay, yeah, that should be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, season one.
SPVR.
What else? I was gonna say, any of you guys watching Dragon Ball Super?
No, but I heard about Vegeta going white.
What do you mean white?
Oh, you don't know either.
I don't think that's happened yet in the series.
Oh, all right.
Well, no, because
Well,
they've
shit.
gone blue. Well, no, because like
This is awkward.
they've gone blue. Like when they go God mode, they go blue. They turn blue. But then like Dark Goku turns like rose color. So I guess there's gonna be other different colors of Saiyans going on. But fuck, I don't know.
Vegeta goes white.
That'd be interesting to see.
All right.
All right.
SPVR. Y'all
Yes.
went.
This is like 2 weeks ago. We saw some cool fucking tech out there.
Oh,
like
yeah.
some cool shit. I like looking forward to.
Yeah. So the first thing that we went to was a press event, but we don't talk about. Well, we can talk. No, let's not talk about that. The first thing we went to that we got to actually get our hands on some gear was this. I forget what the actual company was called, but they had
It was
like this.
Oh, it was like OASSIC.
No, that's OSIC. That's the audio one. It wasn't,
that's
it
right,
wasn't
yeah.
OSIC.
BINTO.
It was something else. I can't fucking remember.
I have a picture of it on my phone.
But basically, they had it. Yeah, I got a picture of it on Instagram, and it has you on it, right?
Yeah, but I took
in
a
the
picture of their
background.
logo.
Okay, so is this company that basically have like this new gun setup that was badass? Like this gun, it felt like a gun.
VR gun, huh?
It's a VR gun. Yeah, and so I mean the weight was a little off, but it felt like it felt like a gun, and it was accurate. Like when I picked up, OptiTrack, that's what it was.
Okay.
And so what it is, it's optical tracking through VR. So it's way more accurate than normally what they're using right now, even with mine. They're using infrared to track you, which apparently optically it's like way more accurate. So what they're doing, and the sensors are basically way small. You can't even really fucking see them. And they can place them in more spots, and you just basically, they're almost invisible to the naked eye. And it's fucking accurate. Like when I picked up this gun and I was shooting like I would normally shoot, it was...
Jesus Christ.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. There you go. It's
Turn the
fixed
sound
now.
off on all your shit.
I just did. I didn't know it was even on.
But not 5 minutes ago.
But I was gonna,
Is it? Are you talking handgun or
No, rifle.
Rifle. Okay.
but
So-
what I was gonna say, just jump in real quick. Like when you first get into the VR, the gun is on a rack. Like you actually have to walk over and pick it up. Nobody's handing it to you. You walk over there and you grab it, and it literally it feels like you're grabbing a gun. Like it's ridiculous.
Can we show a pic, or is that?
Yeah. And so when you pick up this gun, and when I was shooting it, every single shot was going where the fuck I expected it to go.
Yes.
Give 'em a
And
little
that's
hentai, too.
pretty rare.
Give him a little hentai with that.
And what's cool too is that it had weight to it, so when you're actually holding the gun, like it feels like you're really holding the gun. And when you shoot, it has like vibration too, so when you pull the trigger, like it has like a little bit of a kickback.
Yeah, and to like change the magazine, you had to like tap the bottom where you would normally change the magazine. You could press a button to change the kind of bullets you were shooting and shit.
So this felt better than Duck Hunt.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
There needs to be a duck. But it was cool because they have different kind of ammunition. You can just do like single shot. You can do like machine gun style. They had a grenade launcher, which was fucking crazy. Like the kickback on that was pretty cool. But then they also had a chainsaw, which was really fucking cool because like as
like
the
Gears of
chainsaw,
War.
yeah, like Gears of War. So as the chainsaw went around, like the gun shook with it, which was fucking cool.
Alright.
Here we
Yeah.
go. It was Striker VR is the name of the actual product that we were using, and this is it right here. It was fucking. Actually, hold on. This isn't the actual one. This is like one of the prototypes. This. Here we go.
Are there wires?
It looks like no, it's wireless. This is what it
Nice.
looks like. So if you look at this one right here, yeah, this is it. It was fucking dope.
Describe it for the folks just listening.
So basically, it looks like if you're familiar with a bullpup rifle, Google it. It's like a bullpup rifle. Basically, a bullpup rifle is we have the bolt of the fucking rifle that's kind of behind where you normally would have it. So all the mechanical shit is in the rear of the gun, and so when you shoot, it feels different than a normal like rifle. I don't know. If you're not a gun guy, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, Google some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, look up Striker VR, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about. They have this thing called virtual recoil. It feels pretty realistic. It doesn't hurt you or anything, but it feels pretty realistic when you're shooting a gun. The weight is right. The way it feels is right. It's fucking great. This is one of the things that when they announced that
The
what's it
tracker.
called? The VR tracker, which is a new HTC Vive product, where basically you can make any real world object into VR. I thought that was going to take over, but I mean, this was for me, it was pretty superior. One of the things that's cool about VR is that you can virtually have things in a game, right? So so if I'm shooting, like, it's cool for handguns because I can pick up the Vive controllers and I can shoot a handgun and it'll kind of trick your brain that it's a handgun, but it doesn't have the weight of a handgun, right? Yeah. This really feels like a rifle because it's heavy. I can manipulate it like a rifle, shit like that, and it's great. And you see, if you're looking at it, you can't really see any of the sensors on it, right? Yeah. Like all it is like these little dots.
But I think that's just where you screw the two sides together.
Yeah, you can't even really see it, but it's all optical shit. Like if let me see if I can find the fucking sensors.
It looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, for those that can't see it, it's like sort of like on your PlayStation Move. It had like that big fucking light bulb at the end of it, and that's kind of like how it was tracking stuff on this gun. And even when I had that SOCOM game with the rifle attachment where I would plug in the Move into it, it still needed to track that ball. With this, it seems like there is no ball. It's just, I guess, somehow integrated in the actual
gun itself.
hardware fake gun that you have with it.
Yeah, so if you see the picture that I'm showing now, it's actually showing the actual sensors, and you can see their cameras, and so it's tracking everything that it sees. But
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's Mark Zuckerberg right there.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty dope.
But like what Kronos was also saying, like when you're in the VR and you're using the gun, like you can physically like look down. I don't think there was a scope, but like you can have the feeling of like looking down the gun barrel and aiming, and like what you're looking at and you shoot, that's where you're expecting it to go. Like it's so like holding a gun is so natural in the VR world, which is crazy.
It's gonna be a game changer for anybody who loves first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
even other stuff. Even like sports stuff. Like you could incorporate that into like a sort of baseball bat, whatever, and you can play fucking MLB The Show in your own fucking room, just pretending to swing at shit.
That's what I was talking about. I think I talked about it before on the podcast, but that's what they're gonna do in the future.
That's gonna be amazing.
You're gonna be able to basically have a pitcher throw a ball at you at any stadium, any pitch that was ever thrown ever since like a certain time.
Wow.
And you can. Yeah. That's gonna be training from now on. So it's gonna elevate the game of baseball and other sports too.
Even not just in like a game, but it'll be like instead of like taking like batting practice, you can be like, all right, I need to load up Kershaw's fucking curveball, and they'll have it fucking tracked because like how they do have, like they track everything with the little strike zones and shit like that. Yeah. They'll be able to load it up, and you can just virtually fucking see the movement exactly how it is, and that's gonna be fucking amazing.
Fucking future now, man.
Oh man,
I'm gonna be so shitty though at it.
Wait till the next thing we saw, which were this shit was fucking amazing. There's a company called it's motion backwards. It's like
Noitum.
It's something like that. Yeah, something like that. But they make these fucking VR gloves that you can use your hands to fucking grab stuff instead of like having just controllers. You just use your fucking hands to grab shit, and it's like 1-to-1 accuracy. So if you move your hands around in the VR world, you move your hands around. Like you can grab fucking balls. You can make up like gang signs and shit. Yeah. They have like some cool
from balls to gang signs. Okay, go ahead.
I'm just trying to think of stuff you can do with your hands. But what's cool is they have when you flip your wrist over, they have like some cool like Tony Stark stuff. So like you can like tap things on your wrist to be able to have new actions and stuff come up.
So it's called Project Alice, and I'll bring up a picture for you right now.
Project Alice? Wait, Mila Jovovich was there?
No, damn it.
And so the first thing that you do is when you put on these gloves and then you go in the world and you move your hands around, you're like, holy shit, these are my fucking hands.
Yeah.
Like, there's no mistaking it. It's like 1-to-1 movement. Like, your brain can't tell the difference between any kind of delay.
Nice.
It was fucking amazing.
And it, like, picking up shit was, like, natural, too. Like, I mean, there wasn't no physical weight to stuff, but, like, reaching out and, like, grabbing, like, a ball in the sky was really cool. But it was cool because the guy who was kind of, like, he was kind of walking us through this world as he was, like, describing it and stuff like that. Like, he picked up the ball and was like, hey, catch this. And he threw it, and, like, you fucking caught it. Like, it was, like, so fucking accurate the way the whole world worked. It was, I guess I should have been there. I guess I should have made it out.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, dude. I like that one.
It was awesome. Another thing that we saw was from, I believe it was AltSpace. And
I know them.
It was a virtual web browser. Which
What
is
the fuck?
Yeah. So one of the things that is kind of that was kind of shitty about VR is that if you want to browse the web in VR, you're getting basically the same experience you're gonna get in the real world. Real world, basically, you looking at a fucking 2D screen.
Yeah.
True.
And what they did was they made a suite of products that will make it so you can have a virtual browser. And so instead of going into a browser and say like going into like an Amazon and then like clicking on like I want to buy that and buy that.
He did
and buy
mention
that.
talk about that when we were there.
What they'll do is you go into a fucking store, and then you can spin shit around, look at it, and fucking draw on shit and do whatever the fuck you want. So, yeah, it was pretty amazing. They showed like just some basic stuff, but it's great.
But what's also cool is
I
that
get it now. Okay, sorry.
What one thing that the one huge problem with VR is that it's hard to read text. Like text just the closer you get to text, it just fucking gets blurry and blocky and stuff like that. But in this, what Allspace had set up, like you can fucking like get as close as you want to the word, and you can still read it crystal clear, which is fucking ridiculous.
So it sounds like it solves that problem of with Amazon, you click on something that you think you want to buy, and you don't know if it's like quote unquote the right size or the right.
Yeah, and I'm giving an example of Amazon. They didn't have that as like
True.
a thing, but yeah.
But I mean, online shopping in general, where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
buy something that you think looks one way and you get it, and you're like, what the fuck? It's this small or this big?
But basically, what they're doing is that they're embedding a game engine into your web browser.
Yeah.
And so what it'll do is they're making it so it's really easy to call upon these game mechanics, but use it in a real world like normal, browsing experience.
Yeah.
Because you need to use some kind of engine to use shit in VR, and the gaming engine is perfect because it's already set up to do shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So
What's cool too is that like they said if you know how to make a browser, you know how to program in this sandbox world that they've working on.
Holy fuck, man! I like that.
But I was talking to the guy. I'm like, hey, you Ready Player One, right? He thought, yeah. He's like, would I be able to make my own fucking moon base and shit and fucking park my fucking flying Testarossa and shit in my fucking parking spot? He's like, it doesn't go that far, but maybe in the future you can. I'm like,
Oh.
sign me the fuck up.
speaking of
The future?
no, Jesus Christ, Ready Player One, going back to Noidum, they actually have a haptic suit. They have a haptic VR suit.
Oh, they do.
What's up?
Yeah.
Well, they have a haptic suit. A haptic suit is basically so you wear this suit and you can feel things in VR now.
Oh yeah, I think I saw something online about that.
And that's
man.
a thing. Let me see if I can
feel like
find
getting
this
shot
shit.
or whatever and like hit your.
Yeah.
God, I'm thinking about the fooders, man.
Oh,
Come
God.
on.
God dang.
You
The
know,
one I saw was a vest. I don't know. You trying to get in a whole bodysuit?
Zarya just broken it.
Well, one thing we
Putting
couldn't
it on you.
experience though with no motion was they had so we did the thing with the gloves, but they also had like kind of like a what's the name of that? The escape room. They have like an escape room where you work with 4 people trying to solve
nice.
clues, get out of this escape room thing. But unfortunately, it wasn't working. But from what I've heard, it was pretty cool to try out.
All my fetishes I'm thinking about. I mean, you could have a girl come through on that carpet with the short skirt. It would be on, right?
You definitely probably could.
Virtual girl shitting on my carpet.
Oh
I
no.
like it.
All
You can
day.
have your Overwatch girls come walking in there.
Yes, diva all day.
But what Cronus is looking that up.
Oh, man.
There was a girl there, a woman from Japanese woman, and she was doing art. You know, remember Tilbrush?
Hold on, you're already fucking up. That chick was super goddamn hot. She was distractingly hot,
Dude,
and she was wearing a goddamn looks
leather
like,
suit.
like she was out of the fucking Matrix, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was gonna get there, but I was trying to build up the storyline.
Oh,
but
sorry, man.
yeah, so
you gotta start there. Finish later.
so she was. Tilbrush is a program in HTC Vive where you can paint in a virtual world. Well, this hot Japanese girl was painting like Japanese style artwork in there, and it was fucking dope looking. Like I didn't have a chance to like go in and experience her stuff, but like I actually saw like video clips of her doing her artwork there. Dude, it was like ridiculous.
Please tell me she had that absolute territory with that thigh meat. That was
Not that
just
kind of artwork.
perfect. Oh.
She was doing like the cool like the bamboo and like the whole water lake thingies, the whole Zen feng shui stuff. It was still pretty fucking cool.
All right.
And she was hot as fuck, dude.
I like them thick and hot.
Nice.
Dude.
Trying to think what else we did while we were there.
Cronus is going deep into the web looking up stuff.
Well, I'm not.
One cool thing, there was a black guy there who created his own game
Another
from
one?
scratch.
There was a couple.
Yeah, there
We're
was
probably
a
gonna
couple.
have one of them on the podcast. So.
Cool.
But yeah, this guy designed his own game, and he kind of changed the gaming. Like you don't use the controller to move around, or you don't like because normally in VR you have to like either walk forward or you can teleport somewhere. So this one he actually used like your head tilt to get around. At first it's weird, but if you trick your brain a little bit, you kind of get the impression that you're flying, which was kind of cool. But then once like something pops up and scares you, you kind of jump back, and so it kind of fucks with you. But yeah, his game was pretty dope. It was scary, but not like freaky scary. But I hope he gets pretty far with his game.
Yeah, I played one mech game by this company
that shit
from
was fucking
China.
dope.
That shit was dope as fuck. I can't remember the name of the game. I gotta look it up. Sorry, I wanted to pull up all this stuff before I got on the podcast, but I fucking forgot.
Titanfall 2 style mech?
No. It was more like a Hawken style mech, if you remember Hawken, sort of.
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, it was pretty cool. Like, it was funny because basically I had to play the game with an Xbox controller, but then I had to use my head to like look around instead of like using the other controller to move the head around. So it took me a second to get used to. Once I got used to that, man, I was murdering motherfuckers. Like, it was so easy for me to fucking play. It's like way more intuitive than using a controller like the other stick. And he's like, "Oh, you're pretty good." And I was like, "Well, yeah." Like, you don't have any fucking gamers up in here? It's like, what the fuck? So yeah, I was just like just destroying shit. But that game was fun as fuck. I can't remember the goddamn name of it, but I'll bring it up next time on the podcast. Or I'll put it in the description or something like that.
There was another game there. I can't remember what it's called. The one with the iPhones where you can do fucking like Hadoukens and shit.
Oh yeah, it was like an esport game.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically like you have teams, right? It's almost like a tennis court. Yeah.
That was AR though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was AR. So you have 3 people on one side, you have 3 people on one side, and you wear like this glove. And when you make like, I mean, you can make like a fireball motion, and actually in the AR world, it fucking shoots a fireball against the other players, and you can see like their shields and stuff like that. So the object of the game was to take down their shields, and they had like kind of like 3 balloons, and if you pop them all, then your team scores a point. And so basically, you did that for like maybe like a good 3-minute gameplay.
When you say fireball, you're talking Street Fighter Fireball.
I'm talking about like Street Fighter Fireball, like
Holy shit.
Hadouken, like it was
Yeah.
fucking crazy. And like you had to dodge shoot, and you can also like throw up your. So if you wanted to throw up your shields, you kind of like wave your hands in front of you, and you throw up a shield, but eventually like your shield will go down. But you couldn't just be like throwing fireball stuff because your energy would go down. So you had to like wait for it to go back up before you can throw another fireball. So it was pretty fucking cool. And all it used was an iPhone and using AR. It was fucking dope.
All right.
Yeah. And what was it? It was the iPhone, and then there was like a little wrist thing.
Yeah, and a little wrist thing that they.
I've always wanted to throw some fireballs.
Nice.
And then I got
AR.
to demo Robo Recall.
Oh yeah,
which
we
you needed
did.
to.
Yeah.
That game was dope. It's probably like it's probably a killer app. I mean, honestly, it was a really fun game where basically it was freaky, right? Because you start the game off and your character that is you're walking down the street and you walk up to like a TV
TV
sales
store or something like that. Yeah.
So you know, like when they have them like behind the glass and all that shit, and you're watching a bunch of news stories about robots going crazy. While they're talking about that, there's like robots walking around you, right? And they're all walking by, and like they're stopping, and they're looking at this story, like you are, this news story. And then you're looking around, you're like, all right, there's some robots around here. And as you're watching the story, talking about, oh, these are unconfirmed reports about robots going crazy. We don't know if it's true or not, blah, 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 blah. But there's more and more robots coming around you.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, what the fuck's going on here? And then all of a sudden they're like, we are getting some confirmed reports that, and then the fucking TV's cut off. And then like the robots around you start kind of freaking out. And they all turn towards you at the same time.
Yeah.
And they fucking come at you, you're like, oh, fuck! And then that's when the game kind of starts. It's like,
Nice. That sounds good.
But it's funny too because when the robots watching the news, they're like talking and like joking around, like, "Hey, I'm a XJ9000 or something like that." It was fucking funny. But like the gameplay for that, like, I believe the game is, I think it's like a good maybe $50 for the game, but I would say it's worth it for
Oh, yeah.
the small experience we got to play.
Oh yeah, you can like tear their limbs off and shit and blow them up. It was a lot fun. Fucking.
You can
game.
like grab bullets out of the air, like they have like kind of like bullet time. You can grab bullets, turn them around, and like
Quicksilver.
send them back, dude. It was a great fucking game. We only played like one level.
That sounds awesome.
It's fucking
Sounds
cool.
dope as fuck.
Yeah, and the Oculus touch controllers are better than the Vive controllers.
Wow.
I have to
Okay.
say. Yeah, they have this thing where they have these sensors to where if you put your thumb on the controller, it knows they're there, even if you're not touching buttons. So if you lift them up in the game, your thumbs go up.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It took me a while to get used to that shit.
And there's two different buttons where your fingers go, your trigger fingers go, and they both know like where your fingers are. So when you move those around, it also knows where your fingers are. So it's pretty accurate, but it's not as accurate as Project Alice, like with that kind of thing. So
So like,
So
if
how are
you're-
you holding it then, per
I'll
se?
show you. Hold on.
So like if you're holding a controller, like say you move your finger out a little bit, it moves in a virtual world too.
Yeah,
it's
I
still
get that. I was just
controller.
confused because they're like, I
You're not
guess
letting go of the
I
controller.
know like the 3 primary ones.
Yeah.
But when he was saying that, I guess there's 2, I guess, for these.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I'm kind of confused on how I would hold it if it's still reading what my thumbs are doing also.
Well, the thing
me
is, like,
holding the
that's
controller.
what confused me. I was like, how the fuck does it know my thumbs are? Because if you're not touching the buttons, but your thumbs are just resting, it just knew that it was there.
And it wasn't like your thumb was just all setting up. Like, it was like, it had like a proximity sensor to know how far away your thumb was from the actual controller.
So these are the controllers. So when you're holding them and you're just setting your thumbs down, like it knows your thumbs are still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me show it over
It's got sensors and shit, man.
That's fucking bananas.
Yeah, so that was pretty dope. They're actually really, really cool controllers. Like, if they had launched this with the Vive...
I want to drive my
the
car
Oculus,
like that. Just like
they would have sold more.
Yeah.
But they still need
room scale.
room scale. Yeah.
It's fucking legit.
I was gonna say another cool thing we got to do was we actually did a full fucking body scan. Like, we have virtual versions of ourselves online.
Like the TSA?
Basically, yeah. Basically, it's just exactly what it was. So basically, we stood in like this machine, and just a giant fucking scanner just went across and scanned our body from head to toe. Fucking damn, it's fucking hella accurate. Like Ella Darling, yeah, she did it too, and like you can see her fucking tattoos. Like, that's how detailed this fucking body scan was. It's fucking cool.
I forgot to post those. I forgot where I emailed it to,
But what's cool is that you can actually download the file, and you can actually, like, in certain games you can actually upload it into a game, so you actually can make yourself a fucking character. But one thing I also checked out on the company site that did the scan, like, there's, like, say if you want to make like an action figure, or like you're making like a wedding cake, like you can send the company that this file, and they can make a wedding cake or a figurine or whatever with the scan that you just did. But it costs $5 to download it from their site. That I learned. But still, it's pretty fucking dope.
$5? That's it.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, man. It's cheaper than a fucking foot long.
No, they're like $6
It's exactly
now.
the same amount, isn't it? It's
No,
$5 foot long?
No, they're $6 now.
That's old school.
They had to pay for Jared's lawyer costs.
Yeah, damn.
You have to pay. You have to pay for that extra inch. Cause what are like 11 inches?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You gotta pay for them to remove the fucking rubber out of the bread.
But yeah, that SVVR was pretty fucking dope. I had a good time.
Dude, yeah, post as many pictures as you can from that and give us all the examples. That shit's
And we have a bunch of video too. We just haven't posted yet because I had the camera for a while, and
But then
now
also-
Blue's got it.
Yeah, then also we went to WonderCon right
Yeah.
after, so
And I was on
fucking
vacation.
busy.
Yeah.
Do we want to hit up some quick TV real quick?
I watched the first 2 episodes of Prison Break today. I don't know if you guys watched the previous seasons. I really enjoyed Prison Break. It was entertaining.
Is his character the same? Like, does he talk like Snark?
No, he.
I would annoy the fuck out of
Yeah, that's why Legends I was annoyed with, because my first with I can't think of Wentworth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wentworth Miller.
Captain Coke?
No, yeah, I forget his
Oh,
real.
his real name is Wentworth
Andre,
Miller.
yeah, Wentworth. Yeah, he. I'm used to him how he talks in Prison Break and everything. Where when I watched him in Legends of Tomorrow, I'm like, he's just annoying just hearing him read his lines and shit like that. So that's maybe some of the reason why I'm not that really interested in Legends of Tomorrow. But he goes back to his normal Prison Break sort of style of acting. The only thing that really changed for me is that it's fucking Lori, and from The Walking Dead.
Oh, that bitch.
Well,
alive?
she was on Prison Break before she ever was Lori. So it's like going back. I'm like, I hate this bitch now. And she's like his main love interest and everything like that.
They
So
have
I'm
a kid
like,
together, right?
yeah. I'm like, oh, I gotta deal with this bitch. I don't know. And I'm always judging her. She's like, in one of the episodes, she's trying to find her kid. I was like, yeah, just like you couldn't fucking find Carl.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, it was the exact same thing. She's like, oh my god, Chris. Or I can't think of the kid's name, but she's running around. I'm like, this dumb bitch is the worst mom ever in real life and in any role she plays. They
But
just
she takes Punisher dick, though.
Damn.
yeah, it's hilarious. And I thought about that too because obviously his character is thought of being dead, but now she's with this new dude, but she's still talking to her old husband. And I'm like, you're a fucking whore again. I was judging the fuck out of her.
Slut shaming.
But it's a good show. It brought back a lot of memories from the previous series. The only thing that throws me off is that show went off the air like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'm trying to remember like some of the subtle like hints in the storylines that are really, really rusty in my head. Because like the professor was sort of watching it with me, and he was like, "Oh well, He's like, how'd they get in the prison in the first time? I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I don't even fucking remember. Because they
It's like
broke
when I
out
watched 24 now. It's like, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, because they literally break out of like 4 different prisons. He's
All I
thrown
remember
in.
is his body tattoos. Like he was
Yeah,
covered.
yeah, he was
I
covered.
remember that, and that was integral to the plot.
It was like one of them. He had the map of the prison tattooed on, like the blueprint, sort of tattooed on his back. So when he was escaping or whatever, he could explain where the fuck to go and shit.
Wait, he had it on his back?
It was tattooed on his. I believe it was on. It could have been his back. Front details are foggy for me.
Okay. But I was gonna say, like,
he's in Yemen now.
how many
so.
times has he broken out and got in prison? Like, he
At
David
least
Copperfield?
4. At least 4. It was like 2 in America. I know he was thrown in like a fucking Mexican.
He's El Chapo, man.
It's like a Costa Rican one or something like that. Because I remember I had to explain to Lilo, Mexico is different from like Panama or some
Jesus
shit like
Christ.
that. It was hilarious.
I'm bad at geography.
I was gonna say.
It was something hilarious that in like one of the early days or whatever. But I marathoned through Prison Break when it was on, and even Jamie, she was on the podcast. She loved it too. So I want to see if she's watched these past 2 episodes. So it does kind of suck that I have to wait a week and watch the episode because it was fun. I was able to just marathon sprint through like 4 seasons of Prison Break.
Good shit.
Yeah, because I couldn't even remember how one of the characters lost his hand because he was like in this operation, and I'm like, yeah, his hand. I'm like, I guess it got cut off. I don't remember how or why, but I remember he lost his hand, but I can't remember if Wentworth did it or it happened in some accident. But it was kind of foggy.
For the record, and Prison Break sounds awesome, but for the record, with Flash, round the room, who is Savitar? Because it airs next week. I want to make sure I know who everybody's voting. Old Ninja, you've been quiet for a while. Who is Savitar?
I don't know, because he's going to the future, but I'm going to stick with Cronus's, I guess, or prediction in Wally West.
So you say Wally.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be some new character that we haven't met yet.
Brand new character, unknown face. Kronos, you saying Wally?
Yeah, how the fuck did you say Iris, man? That shit just still don't make no sense.
But I said Iris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Earth Girl said you said Irish.
You
Yeah.
did. We can rewind the tape, but yeah, you
Really?
said Iris.
All right. I want to change that, but all right. Go ahead.
I guess Wally does make sense. I'm gonna say Joe.
Joe's?
I don't know how.
Gonna kill it.
I have no idea. Barry's gonna fuck something up, and somehow it's gonna be Joe. I don't know how it makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but
it's the Flash.
I'm just going.
You're going Joe.
Yeah, I'm betting 00 on the roulette table. That's what I'm doing.
I'll go with. I'm gonna change what I said before. 'Cause that was crazy, I guess, back then. I'm gonna say Future Barry. One way or another is involved in this
Maybe.
as Savitar.
I thought Barry too, but I was like, I don't know how I would make sense out of that.
We're
So I
gonna
went with
see
Joe.
what next
What-
week, right?
My whole thing is that I don't understand with Savitar is that he's from the past, but they know about him in the future, and
Gotta speed, bro. Gotta
Interesting.
speed. We'll see.
Yeah.
any other shows this week? It's been kind of dead on shows.
Well, The Expanse has been great. They've continued to advance in that storyline with a proto-molecule and then seeing Miss Sticky Fine on there. Man.
Extra thick.
Yeah, and she's like tall too. She's like 6'1".
Show this girl. I
Yeah,
mean,
she's basically an Amazon.
she's got brown eyes, and I think she's like from New Zealand or something. She's just bad. Just
Oh, yeah.
bad.
Well, did you understand what Case had mentioned when we met him during WonderCon? He
Oh,
had said like,
Kaz?
yeah,
Kaz?
Case, yeah, Case, CAS, Case,
Kaz Anwar.
because he had mentioned like, oh, wait till next week.
Oh
Like,
yeah, it was a
you gonna see
great
some
fucking
shit.
episode.
Yeah.
He wasn't lying. Every episode is good on this show,
What's her
man.
fucking name? I forgot her name.
Martian Thicky.
It's Gunny something.
I don't
I
know,
can't
but I know that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Draco,
came back
that's what it
because Blue told me about it, but we don't really talk about it on the cast.
What about Badlands?
Ooh, yeah,
You guys
Batman.
caught up
Into
on
the
that?
Badlands has been bad as fuck.
Yeah, fucking the people try to come down the Whittle, and she just fucked people up.
She's still fucking people up, huh?
Yeah, homeboy was fucking people up in his wheelchair.
Yeah, fucking the lights out guy.
Yeah.
Also, was there a new Samurai Jack? Did y'all?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a filler, I felt, but it was still entertaining. Basically, one of the cool girls is still alive, and he's like, he saves her life because they get eaten by like some giant fucking monster. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it because I don't think everybody's watching,
I
but
haven't seen it, but there's already memes and gifs about the daughter of a coup being extra thick.
Well, no, so
Was that exaggerated, or was that in the real cartoon?
So no, in the first episode when they're training, they fight against this giant fucking woman who's extra thick, and that's what that's the meme you see.
No. I'm talking about when she's like in a pit begging for something, and then she kind of bends over in all black, and you see the bubble.
Oh,
Right.
that was in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta rewind the tape.
She's
on
all,
that one.
she's all chained up.
Extra thing.
Yeah, the show continues to be amazing. It's the greatest cartoon on TV right now. I mean, maybe ever, in my opinion.
Teen Titans Go, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta wait for that fucking that origin story episode. You're gonna be fucking dying on the floor.
I can't wait.
All right, who are you looking at?
That's Frankie Adams. This is the girl that plays Bobby Draper.
Is she's the hooker, right?
God
No,
damn,
she's
bro.
not a hooker.
She's a
She's a
Martian
Marine.
Marine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Former.
No, because I remember from season 1 there was like that one Martian, like an actual the tall Martian, like the super tall guy, the Linky character.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that one guy
yeah,
was like
yeah.
smashing on one.
It's
Yeah.
not her. But yeah,
Damn, she just.
Is she Asian?
she's I think Samoan.
Oh, that's right. We looked her up last
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
she's 6'1". I mean, she's fucking
She used to
tall.
be a fighter
Yeah,
too,
that's a
right?
tall tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's a
she
tall
bad.
glass
It's a
of
great
water.
show. Like, I don't want that to distract from the fact that the Expanse is just well worth
This
watching.
is her
Oh,
in the
yeah.
show though. Like,
You can see it. You can see it in her spacesuit. Love it.
you can.
Oh yeah, she arm wrestled one of the machines, right?
Yeah,
in the
once.
beginning, first episode.
But you know what's weird for me that they didn't explain? Maybe you can explain it for me. Going back to the Expanse and Bobby Draper, is that they were talking about she was all concerned about seeing the horizon with the ocean,
Yeah.
and then they said basically because they were talking about that's what makes you an earther. Because remember, like he had mentioned that if you look down and look up slowly, and then you see the water and the horizon, pathways in your brain will reconnect, and eventually you'll be like an earther.
Like stabilized with the wobbly walking.
I don't understand. Is what the wobbly walking? What do you?
Is this
Like
some
sh-
like flat Earth, round Earth type shit?
Well, I think this is the way I took it. That there is a difference because of maybe the gravitational difference
Well,
between
gravity is
Mars.
different, yeah.
Mars and Earth, and the fact that it's a different horizon.
Well, there's no oceans. I know that.
Yeah, but I mean, like even the way the sun is positioned,
Yeah.
Well, maybe-
relative to Mars versus relative to Earth with our moon as well.
But I just don't understand what it's supposed to do.
Well, maybe
I
it
think-
works like when you're like say you're driving in a car and say you're starting to get car sick. They tell you like look at the horizon because then your body knows that like you're moving or whatever. I wonder if it's something like
I
that.
don't know.
This is something about the differential with Mars and Earth.
Yeah, but they just didn't explain it.
Yeah.
That's why I was very confused.
Yeah.
on. I was like, well, what pathways are they talking about, and what is she gaining?
I think. Remember when she was coming off the spaceship and she was talking about those meds that she had to take and
Yeah.
keep her shades on?
The OsteoX and stuff.
Yeah, there was before the OsteoX, there was something other drug. I can't remember. I'll circle back with you off.
Yeah, it sounds like it has something to do with equilibrium to keep you
Well, she
down.
can walk.
Yeah, it's
No,
different
but
than
it's like
planets, though.
yeah, because I think she does she have like some kind of like motion sickness?
She's just
type
never been to
deal?
Earth.
Yeah.
she's never been to Earth.
Yeah, maybe it's a motion sickness thing.
No, well, no, because I mean that one guy threw up, but they seemed fine.
And
Yeah, well, she was taking
and
the
looking
meds
at the
too, before.
horizon of the. I don't know.
Well-
That's a good question.
Well, I
talk
mean, if
about
you,
it. We'll find
I guess
out.
maybe with Earth, like you can't see the curvature of the Earth, where on Mars maybe you can. Like
You should
when you
be
look
able-
when you look at the horizon, it looks flat, but maybe on Mars, since it's a little bit smaller, it bends a little bit. Maybe
We need Neil deGrasse Tyson on
Yeah,
here,
we do.
bro. That's what we need.
we trying to be astronauts, and shit.
Houseway.
All right, y'all want to round it?
Seems
like the Earth.
good.
Yeah. Oh, Ninja, what you got going this week?
I'm just gonna be catching up on a bunch of shows because I'm extra behind. I don't even know if Arrow came back or whatnot, unless it's season finale. I don't think so. Behind on Supergirl. I got to catch up on what the fuck, Agents of Shield. Playing more Mass Effect, and that's kind of about it.
Good shit. Blue, what you got?
Shit, I ain't got nothing.
God damn.
Now I got to work on some of the podcast videos. Try to work on the stuff from SVVR. Got to catch up on my comics. Like I said, the Injustice 2 just came out, so I probably might purchase that digitally since I can't get it other means. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to read that. I got a bunch of other comics I got to catch up on. I still haven't finished fucking Zero Horizon Dawn.
Horizon Zero
God
Dawn.
damn.
How do you fuck up that name?
HZD.
Yeah, but I gotta finish that too. I'm level 33, and I haven't.
You're almost there.
Oh, you're almost at the end.
No, I'm at level 33. I'm not. I'm like probably less than
Yeah,
halfway through the game.
No, you're close. You're close. To
No.
the
Depends on what it's story, because you can go around doing side missions, just killing dinosaurs
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Like,
Because you level out at 50, I think, is the max.
Yeah,
40
I
or
haven't-
50.
40. Is
I
it
think
50 or 40.
50.
The last
50.
mission, I just barely got into like that club where you can like. I can't think of what they're called, but like
Hunting club.
yeah, the hunting club. So I'm basically
okay.
I'm able to do that now. But I'm
Oh,
fucking,
yeah,
like,
but you
fucking
could-
shit.
I almost skipped that. So.
But I'm not skipping that. I'm playing it. Like I'm playing all the side missions. If I'm
Yeah,
running
I
across
was doing the
something,
same
I'm
thing.
playing it.
I-
So the good thing about the hunting club is it has unique weapons, like weapons you can only get from them. That's pretty much the only thing.
Oh, that's pretty much it for me. Oh, I'm gonna try to watch Fate of the Five or Fate of the
Oh,
Furious.
Fast,
Oh, yeah.
Fate of the Furious. Yeah, that's this
I'm gonna
week.
check that. That comes out this Friday, so I'm gonna check it out this weekend because I
Oh
like that
yeah,
franchise.
I forgot to mention that Star Wars Celebration is this week, so people are anticipating the Last Jedi trailer, which may or may not happen. Don't get your hopes up, but there may be a reveal regardless. Could be gaming related.
Wait, this is different from the May the 4th stuff?
Yeah, this is different from May the 4th. So this is the celebration in Orlando. I think it was yesterday they announced some a really great opportunity with the Lucas franchise where you can win like a chance to be on the Han Solo movie, get to go to Skywalker Ranch, things like that. If you like do a bunch of promotions and stuff, seems pretty cool. But the Star Wars Celebration will be this weekend, so there might be some Star Wars news this week. Should be
Cronus, what you got?
So after talking with James Gavsey, we had a really great conversation.
Who's that?
I might have said it, but I mean, damn, just cut me off.
Sorry.
He's been on the podcast before. We had him on with now I forget the other guy's name. You fucked my shit all up.
Paul.
God
We had him
damn,
with Paul Ebinger.
Ebinger.
The Human Punch
Yeah,
Bag.
yeah. He's basically he's a guy who wrote an anti-bullying book. He's a pretty awesome guy, and he gave us some really cool. Well, we just had a conversation. It was really a conversation on where the future of this podcast should go. I thought it was great, and so I had a few ideas on basically how to do some upgrades, and then we have to basically a lot of stuff we're gonna do on the back end to make this podcast better. And one of them was I decided that we needed an actual professional fucking camera. So we go to these cons and we're like, yeah, we want to take some pictures with a fucking cell phone camera, and I'm just like, that's kind of stupid. I felt kind of dumb doing it, and I mean we're podcasts, we should be having like a decent camera. So I finally went out and bought
Dun, 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 dun.
a Canon EOS 80D kit, and so it's got a whole bunch of different lenses and shit. I'm learning how to use it. I'm not a fucking professional photographer by any means. I usually just go to autofocus and shit like that. But I'm trying to learn what all these aperture things mean and all this other bullshit. So one more thing I got to fucking learn how to do. So
Is it heavy?
yeah, it's heavy.
Oh,
It's
then it's expensive, bro.
yeah, it's a pretty decent. It's like an all-around DSLR. It's not like a super expensive one, but it's pricey enough. So especially with all the shit that I got for it, I got a lot of stuff for it. So you'll see that. So next time we go to a con, you're gonna see some better quality photos, and then when we do videos of stuff, they're gonna be higher quality videos, except for like the webcam shit, because I can use this for a fucking webcam, obviously. So. But yeah, look forward to other upgrades and just stuff like that coming out in the future from this hot podcast. So,
3 weeks, we're going to a con.
which con is that?
Silicon Valley Comic Con.
Oh yeah,
Last weekend of April.
Speaking of that, another deficiency that we have on the podcast is that we don't have a fucking calendar. So I'm gonna put that on our website because people always ask us like where we're gonna be at, and I think that when we went to Elusive Comics, most people didn't even know where we're gonna go. It's part of the reason is because we don't have a goddamn calendar, so you don't know where the fuck we're going. So I'm gonna add in a calendar to the website.
Well, there was more to it than that. But yeah, that was part of
the
it.
problem. So you guys are always gonna know where we're gonna be at and where to expect us. And I know pretty soon we're also gonna do a podcast from SVVR. We're gonna talk about that, and we're actually gonna have James Gavsey on to talk about his anti-bullying campaign. We're gonna talk about how Stitch thinking that he has the power of awareness is probably not going to help him.
You missed out on WonderCon, man.
Getting tagged.
Stitch, what you got?
Didn't know we hated actors on this podcast.
He's not an actor.
I started that
singer.
church play, More Than a Miracle.
Oh wow, goddamn it!
Yeah,
In
boom.
high school?
He's referencing something from junior high with me. But go ahead.
Let me see. I plan on. I need to platinum a Horizon Zero Dawn. I just need to go around and collect all those trinkets and shit. I've just been playing a lot of Wildlands just because it's just been really fun, and then MLB The Show. So I need to force myself go back and play that and go collect all the random little trinkets and shit like that and get the Iron Man power suit and everything because I avoided getting it because I wanted to beat the game without it because I heard it was much easier to do with it. So I wanted to see if I could do it without it. So I had to go and get the little power cells and everything. Other than that, we're going to a baseball game on Sunday. Friday.
You taking blue?
No, me and Prodigy are going on.
Take blue.
Dude, the Giants are my favorite team. I know baseball.
Oh goodness grief!
I played Little League.
Sports go sports.
Yeah,
I played football too.
Do you know who Jackie Robinson is?
Yes.
Who?
He's a guy.
God damn.
Send us back.
No, I know.
I'm not even going to.
Speaking of Jack, I don't mean to derail you. But
That's
speaking of
fine.
Jackie Robinson, in Fallout Shelter, there's a quest, and it's you basically have to get a baseball jersey of Racky Robinson. It's just like I was like, for real. Yeah.
Oh man, I got a lot of TV shows. I plan on marathoning through Legion because it's done and over with. So I have them all saved on my DVR, so I can go through and watch that all in nice consecutive thing. That way, if something gets a little bit crazy wishy-washy, I can be like, all right, let me go back to a previous episode, and I can sort of not forget shit because it's very intellectual on a lot of levels in terms of everything that they. Yeah, so it'll be fun to sort of watch that go through the entire way. I've personally given up on Iron Fist. I have no desire to even go and finish Iron Fist. I just thought about that the
Just
other
skip
day.
to the last episode. Just skip it. Just go straight to the last episode.
I don't even know if I want to. Someone was asking me about that. If I finished Iron, I was like, no, I totally forgot about it. It's erased from my brain. Other than that, that's about it that I can really think of. Just excited for baseball. We do plan on trying to record Kobe and MJ tomorrow, so that should be fun. Got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Troll Hunters. It's still fucking dope as shit. Loving that Netflix original. Have you seen this yet? You were talking shit about not understanding what a troll is.
I forgot about
yeah,
that.
but
The way you were explaining it. The way you were explaining
it's a monster fucking animation show. That's what it is. That's what it is on Netflix, and it's fucking awesome.
I just
like
wanted a
12
better
episodes deep on it.
understanding of the mythology.
They were the trolls from Under the Bridge.
Okay, they
I was all
were.
confused. The first fight scene, they're fighting in
Yeah,
they're fighting in the bridge.
They explain
Okay, yeah,
that.
you got. I was
But they're
I was
monsters.
specifically asking that.
But the trolls.
And y'all
you were
like,
no. The trolls you were talking about were like the shit that you got in high school with the long.
Don't
hair.
go down this trail. Don't go down this goddamn thread with him. Holy fuck. It's a great show. Watch it. That's all you
remind
need to
myself to
fucking
watch
know.
that.
And then I am shit playing the fuck out of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is just kind of meh.
Oh god.
And then Modern Warfare, so whatever.
Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah, I'm shit playing it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Are you
work
playing the
through it.
campaign?
Yeah, the campaign. And
Campaign's
I'll
fun.
do a little zombie shit.
The zombies is kind of crazy, actually.
You've been playing that Walking Dead, the new Walking Dead with Clementine.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think I want to get into that.
I'm only 3 episodes into it.
Okay. Did they release them all or no?
No, not
Okay.
all of them.
All right, if you guys know where to find us is iTunes, fucking Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, SoundCloud, BThenBTI. Yeah, BinHeadProductions.com/BThenBTI.
That's BTHANBTI. Y'all fucking up.
Give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. We would appreciate that. If you didn't like the podcast, don't rate us at all, please. We have a perfect 5-star rating on fucking iTunes, so don't fuck it up.
Be that one guy.
And next week, send us some Ask Be the BTI questions.
Yeah, please do. We didn't have it this week?
No, we didn't ask for any either, but that's.
Charlie Murphy.
Oh, shit.
Any week, I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
R.I.P. to Charlie Murphy, man.
Darkness.
Did you say PETA?
R.I.P.
PETA.
Peter.
PETA.
All right.
The Fappening knows who Brie Larson is.
Nobody else does.
This guy. She's an actress though. I know that.
That nobody knows about.